There it goes. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. I know I said I was gonna come back and probably do Civilization. I'll probably go back to it in a minute. Um, but for right now, I just wanted to do a little bit more sleepy skilling in old school because I don't know. It's the only thing that's like it's gonna sound weird to say it like this, but it's the only thing that like I'm having a lot of fun playing, and I feel like I'm making progress in a major way. Like a lot of other games, I just kind of feel like I'm circling and train with them. Um, and the other stuff I just can't play. The other stuff that I could be making progress on, like Halo or whatever, I can't because my computer can't handle it right now. But as far as like Minecraft goes, like yeah, could play that. Might play it a little bit. Still got to properly get to the moon and everything and set up a moon base. And then from there, because I am playing with like monsters and stuff on now, it'd be cool to start doing some of the fun adventuring stuff. I wanted to try Hexit as well because I wasn't sure what all's in Hexit. I think Thaumcraft is, excuse me, is in it. And um, I think AT Launcher does have like a like clone of Hexit available. If not, I think I still have the technical launcher. I could just launch it through that. But for right now, oops, I'm just gonna do some sleepy skilling because I'm having fun with it. And yeah, I get that it's kind of boring because nothing actually changes, on the screen. Oh man, and I don't have like a face cam or anything, so um, it's not like I'm in the corner or anything. It's just Costanza. So I get, maybe it could be boring or whatever, but I'm having fun, and that's what I care about. Like I think I had said it on stream. I don't know if I said it on stream or if I said it in the car. I don't know when I said anything anymore. But look at that guy. But like for me personally, I want to play what I want to play. Um, Not so much like I'm gonna make everybody else play what I want to play. Like some people that I've known. Because like prime example would be Rainbow Six Siege. Had fun with it for a time. Completely tired of it. I don't care for the game. Um, I don't like how heavily they leaned in on the competitive multiplayer aspect of it, which I get. Like that is the draw for most people, but I loved the PvE stuff. Like I love Terrorist Hunt and everything. In uh, Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2, I used to play a lot of it. And then I played it in Siege, and it was fun. It was really fun to do Terrorist Hunt in Siege. But then gradually it became more and more of like this isn't a game mode; it's just practice for multiplayer, and I don't like that. Like, um, if you want to have practice for multiplayer, have practice for multiplayer. If you want to have, you know, something that gets you acclimated and familiar with a concept in, the gameplay sense, and that can get you into like doing it in multiplayer, that's fine. Like, I would say the absolute king of it, of doing that, would be Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is that game, like, you don't see it at first, but then once you like go back and you look at it, you're like, oh, literally all of that game was just getting me to play with each concept and each like everything for lack of a better word that's in the game is like the main thing of a story mode, like one of the campaigns, like the first one that basically everyone plays, because I think it is like the first one like that you're supposed to play. I think it does have like a little one next to it, but it's the I can't remember what the name of the campaign is, but it's the one where you drive the tank. And you could drive tanks in other campaigns. Like you can drive one in the one that takes place in the Levant, um, or Levant, if you will, Levantine. But like, um, it's not the focus. Um, Whereas with that one, when you're playing as like the English dude, and you have like, you're English. I think the captain's like English. There's like a Welshman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman in there too. Um, and like they all hate each other because of course they do. But then they all hate the Germans more. Um, and like that entire thing is just to get you familiar with driving a tank, operating a tank, shooting with a tank in Battlefield. That's it. That is all that campaign does. You do a little bit of on foot stuff, but for the most part, you're gonna be in the tank. Like there's one part where you're on foot, um, for like the whole mission, and then after that, um, like you're mostly in the tank. Um, and if you're not in the tank, you're basically directly supporting the tank for the most part. And then like there's the one where you play as the American dude that's pretending to be English or whatever, and he's like, "No, I just lost my accent. Don't worry about it. Don't ask no questions." Um, like that dude, that whole campaign is just to get you familiar with flying a plane, and how like all the plane stuff works. And like I can't remember the guy's name. Almost called him Wingus, but the guy calls him. I think it's Wilson, and the guy that you play as, I can't remember his name. I know he pretends to be a guy named Blackburn, but he calls like his co-pilot, whose last name is Wilson. He calls him Wingnut, um, and then like the other ones are like just to get you acclimated with like infantry fighting, and then like there's one where you play as an Italian dude, and that's just so that you could play as a sentry, so you're familiar with like how sentries work and everything, because you've already fought them in the other ones. Like you fight flame troopers in a couple of the other ones. And it's kind of silly because you can't bayonet charge a flame trooper in the story mode, but you can in multiplayer. Like I've gotten bayonet charged a million times. Like I racked up like 50 kills, and then some other guy just runs up and jabs me right in the chest, and that's it. No more flame guy. Um, but uh, but yeah, like even though all of those campaigns are literally just so that you can get familiar with how each of these mechanics works in the let me just throw that in there. It's bothering me that I'm just holding one. There it goes. Um, but yeah, even though like all of that is just so that you can get familiar with each of these concepts in a closed environment, so that when you do multiplayer and it's all happening around you, you're like, yeah, that's a tank, but I know what to do about tanks, and I know how to operate a tank or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, I'll give you that. Cool, whatever. But I don't like when games like the PvE stuff is literally just to be like just prep stuff um for multiplayer. Like if that's what it's gonna be, that's what it is, and I don't mind that. But if that's not what you're saying it is, but then that's what it's supposed to be, I'm gonna hate your guts. Like um even like Counter-Strike, like CS:GO when it was on like the Xbox and everything, they literally called it like offline practice because you'd be practicing against bots. Um, Same thing with TF2. It's offline practice mode, and you can play against bots. Matter of fact, like that was like when I didn't have internet for a little bit. I forget where I was at that I didn't have internet, but I was able to play TF2. Um, I was out somewhere. I think I might have been at like my mom's. Um, and I just did like an offline mode with bots in TF2. Um, it was so much fun. I had a blast. Genuinely had fun playing it. Um, but it is a practice mode, and it says it's practice mode, and you can change it from like the bots suck to the bots are, way better than they have any right to be. Um, but anyway, basically what I'm getting at is like if you're gonna call something something, fucking mean it. Um, and like I didn't like the stuff that they took out of T Hunt in that sounds bad, but in Siege, like they took the bomber guy out, Darth Vader. They took him out because nobody can actually do that. Like none of the player characters are, you know, a freaking bomber, except they are because you can get like the little like C4 jetpack and you can just run at another player, throw it and detonate it. I think they ended up like changing it so that like when you throw it, there's like too long of an animation for you to be able to just pull the like you pull the detonator out like as it's midair. Because I'm pretty sure people are using that just to bum rush people. Like they just run, throw the jetpack, and blow it, and kill both them and the guy that they were trying to kill. Um, but like, yeah, they took the bomber out because they're like, oh, that's not part of multiplayer, so it doesn't need to be in there. It's like, yeah, but this isn't freaking multiplayer, dude. Like, if I wanted to play multiplayer, I'd go play multiplayer. Same thing with like dudes that get way too competitive in like casual matchmaking. Like it says casual in the name, and yet these dudes will still just be like just doing the most and like getting worked up and everything. Um and like trying really hard to play. Uh Might be a little bit of echo for a second. Hang on a second. How do I oops, hello. Trying to fix some settings while I'm also playing RuneScape, sorry. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, like they took the bomber guy out, which and I think like they actually ended up like getting rid of the white masks entirely, which I always thought like the white masks in Siege were one of the coolest, like for lack of a better word, some of the coolest terrorists I've ever seen. You know, because it's like um the way that they did the like terrorist teams in Counter-Strike, I thought was really interesting because it's not just one group. Like there's like the Italian dudes that are wearing like the silly looking sock on their head. There's the anarchists where it's just like a bunch of like 20 something dudes in like black hoodies with like either balaclavas or like just like um bandanas over their face and everything. And I always thought it was really cool that they went that far with it and like had different groups doing stuff like on a CS office, like it's the anarchists fighting with I think it's just SWAT, um, which makes sense. You wouldn't see like a um, like uh, Caribbean, like the guys that you see on I think the map is Sugarcane. These dudes that are like attacking like a sugar mill basically, or like hiding out in it or something. I can't remember what the hell they're doing. But like dudes are in a sugar mill, and it makes sense that it's gonna be dudes wearing like tank tops and vests and like bandanas and headbands to keep their hair out of their face, and they're like the dudes look sweaty. They look like they look like they're standing around in the humidity, and like not only that, they have water bottles on their backpacks. It's like little details like that that were awesome when I saw it. But it wouldn't make sense for those dudes to be, to be standing next to the guy in the black hoodie and, in the snow. Like, just doesn't make sense. Um, Aesthetically, anyway. But, like with, what's it called? With Siege, they kind of did something cool with the white masks because they, um, like for the most part, they all speak English. But then, sorry. Uh, like they all speak English, yeah, but um, like it's kind of wild to say they look how you'd expect a multinational like terrorist organization, if you even want to say organization, to look like they call themselves the White Masks, and as the only unifying feature among them. Like, yeah, they all wear jackets, but some of them are wearing black, some of them are wearing gray, some of them are wearing white, some of them are wearing like I think there's a couple guys that wear like blue, like navy blue ones and stuff. Uh, some of the dudes wear body armor. Some of the dudes are just wearing like the jacket. That's it. But the only unifying thing amongst all of them is the white mask. Uh, that, I think that's. Oh, oh yeah, that's right. That's in Hosidius. I thought this was a Noxie, right? It's not. Um, anyway, yeah. So like that was the only unifying feature amongst the white masks, is the wear white masks. Um, like, and I thought the way that they were depicted was really cool. That like because it's clearly all these different cells because there's no way like aside from the fact that they are both like basically just anarchists, um, like there's no way the dudes that are in like that are gassing out a university are completely on the same page with the guys that are holed up in like the motorcycle clubhouse in Germany, right? Um, so like I liked that you know that there was this sort of like mystery as to what the hell they actually wanted, like each of the groups. And there was that sense of like, there's different levels to these guys. Like the ones at the university are clearly really smart because they have like, you know, poison gas that they're spreading around, whereas the dudes taking over like the motorcycle clubhouse, they might as well just be a bunch of like street thugs. Um, like I just thought that was a really cool thing, and it sucks that they've kind of moved away from it. Like I can't even remember if they were saying I don't know if the white masks are even like in the game anymore. Yeah, the White Masks were a terrorist organization featured in Rainbow Six Siege. The main enemy faction in Terrorist Hunt, later called Training Grounds. Um, later revealed that the White Masks had been contracted and given resources by former operator Demos to get Team Rainbow reactivated. Hmm. Trees. Where are you?
Foolish samurai!
Hey, you're live, just so you know.
That's their problem now, isn't it?
Oh, if you turn on the stream, and you let ads run, oh, well, the last stream that we did earlier tonight, or I guess yesterday, last night, because it started 2 in the morning over here, but I made 15 cents through just ads.
Astounding riches piled upon thee.
I know. I was so happy. I don't even know. I think just saying the words might get me in trouble, but I was reading it. I kind of did the happy merchant hands.
You're kind of screwed. This is unacceptable. They will come for you now.
Yeah, I said it.
You must contain yourself.
Dude. Oh my God. My brother was talking about this guy. I think I can't. I think he said it on stream. It might have been as we were like getting set up. I can't remember. But there's a dude that he knows that he won't say vinegar. He calls it a. He's called it Vsauce. Um, among other names.
Right.
Oh, but yeah. No, I was just like, it's gonna sound like really random. I don't know if you had been like listening to the stream or if you just saw me in here and hopped in. But the thing I was getting annoyed with, and it's gonna make me sound like super autistic or whatever, but you did you play any of the old Rainbow Six games?
Not really, no.
Okay. So when Siege first came out, um, like it had Terrorist Hunt, which is just PvE, um, and the terrorists in it were the white masks, uh, and they were like an actually capable like multinational, basically like imagine the Brotherhood of Nod. Um,
Yeah.
Same thing, like
Yeah.
multinational, and nobody necessarily knows how if they're all on the same page, if they're all going towards the same goal or whatever. Um, but like, they got rid of them. They're just not in the game anymore. Like Terrorist Hunt is just gone, which sucks because I thought that the PvE stuff in uh, Rainbow Six was like the best aspect of it. Like I did not care for the multiplayer. I knew there was like capture the flag and like deathmatch and stuff. Didn't care for it at all. Um, but uh, but yeah, the white masks were like really cool, and now they're just not in the game anymore.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right, I say, not understanding at all.
Following the White Mask's defeat, the previous supporter demos formed the Keres Legion, or Karis Legion, as a sort of successor and began taking direct action against Rainbow. Yeah, okay. Uh,
One does.
Keres Strikers. Oh, they look ridiculous. Oh, I hate
This is
that.
old school RuneScape, isn't it?
It is old school RuneScape.
I wonder if that runs on Linux.
It does. It's free. Um, I can help you do all the quests because there's let me see. One, two,
No, I was.
three,
I'm not gonna
four.
play it, and hell no.
Oh,
I was just wondering because I'm trying to pinpoint what works and what doesn't.
yeah,
I couldn't get Battle.net working properly on Linux Mint, so you know
yeah,
that means no World of Warcraft at this time. It may be possible. I may just have to do it in a slightly different way, but it
yeah,
was not happy. It was very crashy.
yeah.
Just the Battle.net client itself.
Oh my God. My brother was pissing me off with his Linux horseshit. All right, so so Matt had bought Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, which had some shit
Yeah.
ass anti cheat thing, right? Tried to launch it. It detected he was running Linux, immediately banned. Permabanned. Couldn't even appeal it or anything. And there's nothing in there that says like if you run Linux, it's gonna get detected and you're gonna get banned. Nor does it have anywhere of like you clearly didn't play a match or anything, so clearly you're not hacking. Like you just are running Linux. So he was pissed because he just spent $60, no refund or anything. Um, and I'm bitching at my brother about it. And I'm like, yeah, you can't play that on Linux. He goes, no, Linux can run it. I go, no, you're not fucking hearing me, dude. You can't play it. And he's like, no, you can play it. I was like, okay, go play 5 matches. You go play 5 matches. You wait for a free weekend and you go play 5 matches and you tell me how good it works. And he's like, well, no, I'm gonna get banned. I was like, then you can't fucking play it, can you? Same thing with Halo.
Yeah.
Like Halo doesn't run right on Linux. I think you could. What is it? Wine? Is it the like Windows like fakey fake
Yeah,
thing?
that's one of them.
I
If
was
you're
gonna
not
say.
running it through Steam.
Yeah. Um. But Halo doesn't ban you. It just like detects that you're running Linux and it's just like this doesn't work and just like force closes itself. So that's something. Unless they changed it and now it does. But I know it just would detect that you're basically not running like Mac OS or Windows, and it's just like nope.
To be fair, that is the kind of petty thing I could see Microsoft doing.
It
Because
is a
fuck you.
Microsoft game. Um, but yeah, is this Noxy Ray? Yeah, this is Noxy Ray. Um,
Everything is an Xbox unless you're on Linux.
yeah. Is it creepy to think that Microsoft owns like if they wanted to because they own all this shit, they could basically have Master Chief, Doomslayer, and a StarCraft Marine all teamed up for a fucking fight.
Jim Raynor.
Yeah.
If only. If only.
Jim Raynor, the first and best example of a Space Marine.
Oh, to be fair, he also did use a bike.
He did. Damn, Jimmy, are those vulture bikes? Good eye, Tychus. I hate that I remember that. That's the autism. Uh,
Maximum tism.
yeah. Yeah, so I guess no StarCraft 2 either, since you can't run Battle.net.
Yet, as far as I know, it is possible, and it does. I did manage to install it via Lutris. Vine didn't work so good, but I did manage to do it via Lutris.
Yeah.
And it does start. The actual Battle.net client starts, but then it has some kind of. It can freeze when logging in and just crash. Or when I get into it, it just says, oops, there was an error. Go fuck yourself. But I've made progress, just not quite as much progress as I'd like. There are also some instances where if the game is on Steam, I can just play via that.
Right.
So, for example, if I, for some perverse, ungodly reason, felt the compulsion in my blackened heart to play Overwatch,
Ew.
I could maybe do that. I could possibly do that via Steam. And that might be worth trying just to see if it even starts. But I imagine that would be fine because almost everything I've run through Steam has worked fine.
What about stuff that like you launch it through Steam and it pulls up like the other client? Like I launched a I think I have a Sims 3 through Steam, but it's linked to my EA account. So whenever I launch it, it's just like pulls up the EA app and then launches Sims 3.
Yeah, that is one of the workarounds that have been mentioned
Mm.
that I should look into. Because then it would run via Proton instead of Vine.
Yeah. I think that's what my brother uses to run everything.
Yeah,
Command & Conquer Renegade is on Steam as well.
I know, I have it.
Oh, dude. I don't think I have you added on Steam.
Likely not.
Oh,
Too dangerous for your streaming career.
yeah.
I can't even tell you what my former usernames have been because
I'll get you
Steam,
because it's a hot
Twitch
mic.
would be unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
worry. The Cuban almost dropped a freaking N bomb. Like, or no, he did. I think he said it like twice, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Stop, stop!" And he was like, "What?" I was like, you're live," and he goes, "They can't hear me. You're the one that's streaming." I was like, "Dumbass! Like, it's picking up my headset audio too." Because I don't know if I told you I split like my like usually I split my game audio through my speakers and like Discord into my headset.
Yeah.
That way it's easier to hear everybody. Um, but yeah, I was just like, stop, like, and he was playing a Minecraft like mod pack that was just like it's basically just like Left 4 Dead. Or actually it'd be more like did you ever play 7 Days to Die?
Uh, did I?
Like it's
7 days. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, okay, it's that one.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
kind of like that.
briefly tried it. Yeah, I briefly tried that because my friend gave it to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, my friend.
last played May 6th, 2024.
Uh,
It was very jank.
yeah, it still is. It's a
Yeah.
lot better, but it's still very, very janky. Like, my friend Dallas loves that game, and she keeps wanting to play it on stream, and I do too. But I don't know if it's even gonna run because my computer's dying, and I need to buy a new hard drive. Um, hopefully, I get enough ad revenue from the, or I get enough money from the ads and everything that I'll be able to, you know, buy one.
Eventually,
Yeah.
15 cents a day, you know.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, I'm not gonna give you money probably because I use uBlock. So
how could you? You could turn it off
could
for
this
one
happen to
page.
you? Uh, this is precarious.
It's my Twitch channel. To be fair, it
You
is
say
Twitch. They're
that.
gonna.
I've blocked like 14 connected domains from Twitch.
Yeah, I don't even know what. Let's see here. Blocked on this page, 51. Domains connected, 11 out of 15. Blocked since install. 14.53 million, 28%. I don't know what the hell is any of this
God,
stuff. Like I have
you're wor-
uBlock. Huh?
you're worse than me. I only got 1.5 million blocked since install. Then again, I got a new computer earlier this year.
Yeah,
So if that's like your lifetime thing,
that would be the
that might
entire
be
time I've
different.
had this computer. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I told you my like the SSD that I have. Um, I guess it's just like, does it necessarily count as an SSD if it's just like a regular hard drive that we use to like hold like the actual computer part of the computer, whereas the other hard drive has like all the game data and everything?
So you mean like a boot drive?
Yeah, it's
The one
basically
that has Windows or whatever on it?
yeah, it's got Windows and has a like it basically has like Firefox, like all the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
client things are all installed on my main hard drive. So like Steam, EA, GOG, all that is all just installed on the main hard drive. But then all the games get installed on the I think we put it in the Q drive. Yeah. So I have C, which has 34 gigs free. I have no idea what I have installed on here. I need to go through it and just scrub. And then I have non-SSD, which is what we named it, and it's the Q drive, and it has 1.7 terabytes free, but it's also the one that keeps failing. Um, so that's why I
Good
don't have
times.
anything installed on that. And why I uninstalled a bunch of stuff um, off of it as well, because I thought maybe that would help to prevent it from having to partition itself as much. I don't know if it has. I know it can run Civilization now if you want to play it. I was playing as
Which one?
Civ 5, the good one.
The good one.
Hey, I like Test of Time. That one was fun. What was that? Was that Civ 3 or is that Civ 2?
Not sure.
Hang on, I know it was a re-release of one of them. Civilization. Test. Oops. Test of
The
time.
best civilization is the song by Justice.
Civ 2, Test of Time, was.
You sick fuck.
Why?
No, I'm just talking shit, dude. I just wanted to say that.
Civ 2 is older than me.
Well, yeah, because you're a noob. You're like 6 or some shit. What the hell?
Civ 2 Test of Time
Zoomers.
isn't.
Yeah, that's like 5 years old at this point. It's barely older than you. God.
It's funny you say.
I was born 60 years old. I don't understand the passage of time.
I refuse to accept time. Because we can't measure time. We can only necessarily measure the passage of time. But you can't hand me a second. So it's not real. But anyway, before I took a little acid and started freaking out, I didn't. But
Don't do drugs, kids.
yeah, the merfolk. Oh yeah, there was a fantasy campaign. I didn't play a lot of wow, that's really messed up. I'm not reading that out loud.
Oh.
The thing on the Wikipedia page for Civ 2. The playable races.
Ooh. Oh, what's this? Oh,
It gets a little racist.
you're a little racist, maybe. Well, no, but kind of.
No, that's you. No,
I have friends of various ethnicities who heap upon me passes, which I do not use, even if I could.
liar.
Even if I could use whatever terminology I would want, and they would forgive me. They would let me have that pass. I try not to do such things in your presence, here and now. I am being respectful. I am being a good person, moral, and not causing you any problems. So relax, just trust me. It's good. We're fine.
Did I ever tell you my buddy Matt? You've heard him once or twice. I think he's been in here when you're in here a couple times. But like he so my brother like was in the living room and he just has his computer out there because Matt's currently occupying his room so he can sleep at fucking night because my dad likes to just make a bunch of noise constantly all day every fucking day so nobody could sleep. And then he's like, oh, it's not my problem, it's the middle of the day, you shouldn't be asleep. And it's like, yeah, fucko, like we work in the evening so we're gonna be asleep and when it's like 11 a.m. because that's still at night for us, you piece of shit. And he's like, not my problem. So at that point I stop giving a shit and it'll be like 2 in the morning, I'm slamming cabinets and everything because it's like, not my problem. This is the middle of the day for me, so not my problem. But anyway, so my brother Kyle, he's out in the living room and he's just on 4chan, and he's arguing with people about like some I don't even know what fucking game he was arguing about. It might have been like Sonic Adventure or something. And like Matt was walking by and he just like looked over to just see what Kyle was up to, and he just sees Kyle just like he just sees him like sigh as he's like typing out this whole diatribe, and he just goes, and he just very quickly types out retard, and it just like starts typing like the rest of it. So he's just calling the guy a name, and like Matt looked over and goes, yeah, I thought that's what 4chan was. Just arguing about games and calling each other names.
Well, yeah, I mean that's how the internet works.
If
If you're not doing that, there's something wrong with you.
honestly,
That's how you know somebody is a real human being and just not another bot, is by how they insult you.
or
By how many slurs per minute.
yeah, because if they don't insult you the right way, it's a Russian bot that's being paid to keep you busy thinking about that and not what else they're doing. But
Or an automated machine
Yeah.
intended to keep you engaged, intended to rage bait you.
yeah, did you hear about that with Shitter? all the like the thing that they rolled out where like you could see where somebody's like Twitter, like where somebody's tweeting from, like what country. And
Yep.
like all these people are like, I'm a true American, blah blah blah. I don't like that they're doing this in my town. And it's like posted from Pakistan.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Normal. Is this a good one? Oh, come on. This has got to be the good one, right? Please. That's a decent price.
Oh, on the
Um,
topic. Oh, are you
I'm just
looking at computer parts?
I'm going through the bargain bins to see if there's anything worthwhile because shit is getting fucked
Did I tell
and
you?
it's gonna get worse.
When I was running Uber, uh, we went into this Mediterranean restaurant. God, what was the name of that place? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. It's down the road from me, pretty far down the road. So if I say the name of it, it's not like people are gonna know where I live. I think it was this one. It was Pasha. It was a Mediterranean place. I think. Let me see. Do they have a picture in there? That's not it. No, that's not it. Was it? Oh, maybe it was. Um. Oh yeah. It was this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I went to this Mediterranean restaurant, right? And they had this girl. She was super soft spoken. She had a freaking big old schnoz on her. Like I don't know if she was Italian or what, but she had a big nose. She was really pretty. Um, and then she hit me with a fucking broomstick. Or no, her
Deserve.
her coworker did. Cause like they were cleaning, and she went to like lean the broomstick against something, and it like slid and fell, and it jabbed me right in the kidney. And like
That's a $200 million lawsuit right there,
right,
just waiting to happen.
um, and like I know you've heard it, and I know you've heard me like get mad at Tranquil. Well, not even mad, but like get like playfully hurt at Tranquil when she doesn't care whenever I hurt myself, and you know, she just nobody responds because it's just the boy who cried wolf, you know. Um, but I did
Yeah.
I tell you I did that at when I was working at the insurance thing? Like I had turned in my seat to like I was just like adjusting how I was sitting, and I bashed the side of my knee into like the desk, and it was like wood, so it made this really nice resonant like echoing sound because it like hit like the side of like a shelf, like a little cubby, and it made this solid like gong noise, and I just go ah, and the entire because it was like 20, 25 people all in there. Everyone turns and looks like I was dying. And so he goes, "Oh my God, holy shit, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just hit my knee." And then just like got back to doing what I was doing. Uh, because it's that thing that I do that
Yeah.
you've heard me like bash my knee into the table or whatever, and I yell like I've been shot, and you know, I think you've heard Tranquil, and she just doesn't care.
Well, I mean, in her case, it is difficult to care for the pain of others because of the extent of her own.
Oh, I know.
It's normal.
Uh, but um, like what was the point I was trying to make? Oh yeah, no, when that broomstick nailed me in the kidney, I let out one of those because it really hurt. Like it hurt really bad. Like it jabbed me like right below my ribs. It was like getting kicked in the liver, you know. And so I just go like
Yeah.
ah, and like I like recoiled and like wound up and everything. I turned, and this girl was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Oh my God, like freaking out. Uh, Speaking whatever language she spoke because I could not understand her. Chest of equipment. Uh, and the girl with the schnoz came running over and she was like, "Are you okay?" Like super super soft spoken. And I was like, "Can I buy you a plate from here?" I was like, I need to have a conversation with you." It's like you ever see somebody who's just so bewildering, like you just want to have like a sit down with them and like just try to wrap your head around them. Um, like I can't remember who it was that I was watching. Uh, but he saw this like clip of this lady who was like a hand model. So she would model for like rings, she would model for like nail polish, she would model for jewelry, gloves, all kinds of stuff. And so she was a hand model. So she would like she wouldn't bend her fingers unless absolutely necessary. Like she'd keep them as like neutral as possible, like half bent, so they wouldn't wrinkle or whatever. She would constantly be applying lotion and all kinds of stuff, right? And the way she's just like slowly caressing her hands while talking about them and not bending her fingers while she does it, um, like it was weirdly like it's not like ASMR. It was weird and kind of uncomfortable, but at the same time it was like I want to sit down and have coffee with this woman just because of how strange she is and how otherworldly she is compared to me, or compared to my world. I know I'm kind of a freak too. Um, oh, I got 3 glue scrolls. It's time to do those instead of chopping wood. Did I tell you about the glue scrolls?
No.
Would you like to hear about them?
I would not be able to register it in my head right now.
Oh,
Likely.
you got too many computer parts going on.
Look, it's just an SSD that was a little bit cheaper. Okay. And that's a rarity these days.
It is.
And it's gonna get worse.
Oh yeah, with the RAM fiasco thing.
Well, not just the RAM, but one of the 3 big companies that makes memory is just going into the data center market. They're
Yeah,
abandoning their consumer products.
that really sucks.
Yeah. So, that ain't good.
No, it is not. Did I tell you the tires on my truck are Korean?
No, you did not.
Isn't that weird?
Not that weird, no. I mean, I don't exactly associate Korea with, you know, wheels and the like, but they manufacture a bunch of junk.
Do you know who makes the most tires in the world?
No,
Lego.
god damn it.
It's true because they actually make them out of rubber and everything, so they're still technically a tire. Um, but they make more tires, and they also use more rubber to make their tires than like Michelin, than Goodyear, than any of the companies that make tires. Um, Lego makes more tire pound for pound than they do. Isn't that nuts?
Understandable. Understandable. I find that to be ludicrous, but I mean, why not?
It's understandable. Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit scary even.
Yeah. It's still like my favorite thing to do to just like throw all you Nordic bastards all together. Because I was be like, doesn't it make you feel patriotic?
Shut up, you stupid Mexican. Go back to the desert.
There you go. Dude, I'm so white.
Canadian then. Go back to Quebec, you French fuck. God.
I used to know a little bit of French, and now I just don't. I don't know why I learned it.
The Canadian called it the second time.
Uh, my brother wanted to move to Canada.
I wonder if this is going to be worth it.
Moving to Canada? No.
No, I'm getting a new headphone, new headset, new set of headphones, a new headset, and a stupid 2 terabyte drive. And it's probably fine, but is it though?
I was planning on getting a new mic as soon as I had the money. Really need a leather body. Go sit out in the sun then, Charlie.
Fucking beeping noises. I hate these computers. An error occurred when placing your order. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Did it go through?
God, I hate that
You
I knew where that leather, like, that light leather body was. There's another tramp. That's not Charlie the Tramp. Charles E. Trampin. Hey, give me a casket.
Okay, yeah, it worked. It was just retarded. Now it says I've ordered it.
You can't say that. No, you can't. I don't care. I- Actually, no, I can't necessarily be the judge of that. I was never officially diagnosed. I've just had everybody who has been diagnosed around me say, "Yeah, you're autistic."
Well, in my professional opinion, with much experience in the field, unfortunately, I can do tell you that you ain't right in the head, boy.
It's so unnatural to hear you talking with a southern drawl. No more King of the Hill for you.
I don't even watch that shit.
Did you not?
No,
Oh, I thought you had.
I've seen it. I know what it is.
What is it?
Me and Trank tried to watch it briefly, but I just don't care. I see it. There are pictures on the screen, mighty pictures of characters moving, and I just don't care. I can't find it in me to be enthused for what I see upon the screen. It just does not matter.
And nothing else matters.
Shut up. Dear God. Damn.
Did I?
That just makes me fucking depressed. Hearing you say that, now I'm depressed. God damn it.
Why? It's
This is the
Metallica.
worst. This is the worst thing ever. Yeah, well, what kind of people listen to Metallica, huh? Think about it. What kind of people do you really think are out there right now
A bunch
listening
of
to Metallica?
Mexicans.
No?
Yeah.
Well, maybe in the modern awful day, but uh that's besides the point. What was the point? God damn it. God, I want that rat. That's a big rat. I want
Excuse
it.
me. Is it like an actual
Newspaper.
rat or is it? Oh, that rat. I think
Walk
you could.
past a giant rat.
I think you could get a rat that follows you around.
I
I
want
think
to be the rat. And I want to gnaw upon the bones of these fools.
I believe there is a rat costume as well. Let me see.
Understandable. Understandable.
There's also a rat catcher minigame.
God, this bank is so weird.
What?
It's just like this medieval setting, and then you had like these people in dresses in the bank, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah. I always thought that
suits rather.
I liked the way that like because I like when they do like I like fantasy without magic, and I like when they mix both, and I like when they have uh like you saw Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You remember how during the Black Knight fight, like he very quickly goes from like sounding like a knight to just sounding like some British chap. Uh, like it stops being all
You mean
theatrical.
talking normal?
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
starts talking like a normal modern guy. They do that a lot in this because this was made by a bunch of Englishmen who were very much inspired by Monty Python. Because if you go to I think is it, I think it's Nate is not in Yatiso. So these two like islands that are attached up here, but these are two separate islands, like it's bridges in this
Yeah.
archipelago or whatever. Um, they hate each other, and you have to like. There's a whole quest line of like getting them to not hate each other anymore. Um, but they're basically Vikings. And they're like these little brown things here. It's just to signify that there's a ladder on either side of this little strait. Uh there's a tower, and it's somebody's job to stand in that tower and hurl insults at the other guy standing in the other tower. Um, and one of them says, uh, "Your mother was a chinchompa, and your father smelt of cadaver berries," because hamsters and elderberries aren't a thing in this.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, horses aren't a thing in RuneScape. There's no horses. There's unicorns, but there's no horse.
Damn.
Weird, right?
Wow. That's that's tragic. The
Um,
horse really cannot catch a break.
yeah,
It went from being the backbone of human civilization to just being a fetishistic joke for insane girls, and now these sick game developers are just deleting them from history. They're
yeah.
just erasing them. It's equine erasure. It's really the worst kind of fascist dystopia.
Do you want to watch some My Little Pony?
No,
Liar.
no, I don't. Trank forced me to watch a whole lot of it.
I wanted to watch it with her. She said she wasn't sure if she'd be able to.
Yes,
I got a
it's
nerd stuff.
complicated.
I know. Oh! Bismillah! Ah, whoa! I got the parrot!
Understandable. Now you just need to poke your eye out.
Wait, wait. There he is. Look at him. I got a parrot. So,
There we go.
yay. I'm so happy. So that's 4 things I've collected. No, 5 things actually. Yeah, because I got the scimitar thing. Uh, because these are the
It's
only.
not quite as good as the rat you can get in Dornegal for 10 minutes, but it is sufficient. I can understand your joy.
You know what? You know what bugs me on the topic of like
What?
Dornegal and World of Warcraft. So I kind of liked Dalaran a little bit. I thought it was kind of cool, floating city and everything. But I didn't like fully be like, this place is awesome until Tranquil and I started playing a lot of WoW. And right as we started playing a lot of WoW, they blew it the fuck up. I was so
Yeah,
mad.
yep,
And,
yep, they do
like,
that.
I couldn't, like, there was nobody I could blame for it. Like, that's just the way the story was going to go. Tranquil didn't know it was going to happen. She didn't intend for me to just absolutely fall in love with this city and then, have it get blown up right in front of my face. But,
Yeah.
God, I was so mad. Um,
Well, I've felt that way before, you know? I felt that way when they blew up the Veil of Eternal Blossoms.
oh, yeah.
Sure, people were like, "Oh, I hate the stupid dailies. It's too much of a grind. I don't want to do all the stupid quests every day." That's fine. Okay. Well, they could have just tweaked that. But no, they blew it up and they killed all the quest
I
givers.
don't know why they didn't ever add, like, they've already put Zadormi in other places. Like, Zadormi could take you from, Cataclysm Blasted Lands to Warlords Blasted Lands and like swap it back and forth. Or I guess like post Warlords, which is basically just Cataclysm Blasted Lands. Um,
Yeah.
but like they reference stuff in some of the dialogue. Zadormi can take you to that, like to and from it. Ah, frog! Talk to the frog, Prince. Where is he? There he is. Touch the frog. Hell yeah. Later, wizard. I now have
Okay
a
then.
frog token. Yeah, there's random events in RuneScape. I always thought they were cool. Um, don't pull that crap. Parrot. What do I need?
I can't say I'm a fan of the visual style, but I will concede It does look better than Minecraft.
Uh, is it because it's too boomer vision or what?
No, it's just a bit off. It's the lack of textures and like for a lot of things. It's just
Oh, here, this will screw up the stream, but I could do this. Give it a second. How's that?
I don't know, cause it ain't rendering.
Oh no!
It's just blackness.
Oh no! Oh no!
Pure oblivion.
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Do that real quick. Uh,
Well, whatever.
I think I fixed it.
Yes, you have shadows. That does look a bit better.
For some reason, RuneLite keeps like turning off the I think it was just 117 HD was what it was called. Because there's this guy that I think his username was like Rune117 or something. Uh, but this is basically like the graphics that they had with in like 2008 when they first did RuneScape HD. Um,
Yeah.
it's mostly based on that. There's a couple of things that are slightly different, but yeah, it's mostly based on that. Um,
Yeah, I think shadows at least help a lot.
yeah.
And there is a bit of more texture, or at least it's a bit smoother.
Oh, there's actual texture. It's not just a flat like the road
Yeah.
isn't just a gray like
Mass.
yeah, and then like the grass is just like green, 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 brown, 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 green, 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 brown, brown, brown.
Yeah. It's not that I need everything to be superbly smooth and pristine, but it is, in my view,
Oh, I forgot my
important to
shield.
consider the visual aspect of. Okay. Shield.
Yeah, I forgot to get my shield. I got my god armor on.
I don't know. I probably had a negative view of RuneScape ever since I was in school. And just like there was this one douchebag who was bragging about how he made so much money off selling stuff that he farmed in game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh,
He claimed to have made $1,000.
I know there was like real world trading, way back when. There still is too. Like that's like the go-to is people blame it on Venezuelans. Um, and like uh the one thing that like a lot of people this place the Emirs Arena it used to just be called the Duel Arena and like people would stake because you could bet on like if you're gonna win or lose a match. People would stake so much gold in game on a match, and then it went from like staking gold in game to staking actual money. Like people were betting on fights in RuneScape like they were betting on the ponies. So they had to crack down on it, and I think they took the betting and stuff out because like people were getting addicted to it. Like, did you ever see that
Yeah.
streamer Ice Poseidon?
No.
Oh, that dude. First of all, he's kind of a piece of shit. Secondly, he got like super addicted to like gambling and WoW or not WoW, RuneScape. Um, he's the guy that would just like he he got addicted to that and then he got addicted to attention, which I get it, same. But uh, that's why I started streaming is because I'm addicted to attention and yapping, so I had to get it out somehow. Uh, but like yeah, no, this dude like um, I think he said he was like losing upwards of like $10,000 a day on betting on shit in RuneScape, and it was basically all just the duel arena. It was so unhealthy.
Dear God.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, like, oh, it's the Rogue's Den. I
Well, you
thought that
know
was
what they say about a fool and his money.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, so they changed it so you can't go over there and gamble anymore. But everyone called it the Desert Casino. Where's my shield? Where's my shield? Oh yeah. So you see these god awful shoes that I'm wearing?
Yeah,
Those are the
clown shoes. Yeah.
yeah, those are the third best uh boots in game. Cause where is it? Where's the mini game thing? Oh, it's in grouping now. That's right. Castle Wars. Teleport.
Makes me miss Anarchy Online.
I think Tranquil said she used to play what was it, EverQuest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, did I tell you? She may have told you, but she made the horrible mistake of asking about some lore thing in RuneScape and just basically got held hostage for like an hour and a half as I like filled in like all of the details on some shit she didn't necessarily care about. Um, and I tried to stop her too, but it was just like I couldn't stop myself. Oh yeah.
Why, you fools?
Yeah, it was just like don't do it. Yeah, so these boots are the third best. These are second best, and then these are the best boots in free to play. But you need 400 Castle Wars tickets. If you win a game of Castle Wars, um, you get two. If you win and the other team doesn't score a point at all, you get three tickets. So at least, what is that? 100 games, maybe like 150, all things considered, of Castle Wars to get that. Um, but they're the best boots in free to play. I do not have them. I don't think I have any of the. I think the boots are the only decorative thing I have, right? Oh, I think I stored everything else. Um, where's my Castle Wars tickets? I have 31 tickets, and if I were to trade these in, I could almost get these. So I almost have slightly better boots.
Marginally.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta get back to Falador.
As one does.
Yeah.
I need a motherboard. I specifically need an M-ATX one.
Oh, that's right. I was doing my fire making, so I might as well get back out there and do that. Oh God. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Oh, so you know how in WoW they've been trying to make it so that like the skills that was Varrock, I needed Falador. Um, you know how in WoW like they've tried to add stuff to the skills to make them a little more like involved, so like it's not just like hit the button and wait.
No.
So they kind of have done that with RuneScape. Because I'm sure you've noticed this game. A lot of this game is just kind of like not necessarily it plays itself, but like um, there's not a lot of like heavy amounts of input.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Um, actually, I like that about RuneScape. Um, but yeah, like one time when Matt and I were playing, because he saw me playing all the time, and he saw me doing like agility and stuff, and he was like, "So you're just doing the same thing again and again?" I was like, "Yeah, but every time I get better." Um, and like he was fighting something, and I just saw him do it. I could hear him clicking like super fast, and I was like, "Man, you only have to click once to enter combat." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, you just click it, and you've targeted it." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, you just one time. That's all you need." Um, and yeah, so oh, we also dressed as Beavis and Butthead. I think I have a picture somewhere of the two of us because like you could change that how your character looks, and it's free. Um, oh, I was also playing Classic WoW with somebody who did not understand how transmog worked at all, which shocked me because she had played uh Miss Pandaria Classic, which I'm pretty sure had transmog in it. As far as
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, I don't know how you don't understand how that works. And she goes, well, see, like, you know, when I played in beta, um, she was like, when I played in beta, if somebody had something like that, for the entire time that I played, if somebody had, you know, an appearance, it's because they earned it. I was like, you can't just buy the items for a lot of those. Like, you still have to go do the raid or whatever. Um, I was like, it's just a lot of the
Hmm.
content is old, and so it's not actually that challenging to do, whatever raid, because you can one tap everything. Um, I was like, but you still have to go get the cosmetic or whatever. They don't just hand it out because everybody should just have it. I was like, there's stuff that I have that is like super rare because it's just uncommon. Like, I want to say it's some of the hunter stuff that I had before they had made it so hunters only wore mail. Like, I have leather stuff that was meant for hunters. Um, and like I can't wear it even though it's technically hunter stuff,
Yeah.
um, which is silly. Uh, but yeah, um, and then I was trying to explain that like your auto attack is basically fucking useless in retail WoW. Like sure it does damage or whatever, but it's not the most pressing thing. The most pressing thing is hitting your action keys like you're playing Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat. And she was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, you got to be hitting your keys like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2." She was like, "That fast?" And I go, "Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat." I was like, "Yeah, that fast." Uh, she's like, "My skills don't load that fast." I was like, "Get more haste." And she's like trying to figure out how she's gonna like dual spec her character. I was like, "That's not a thing anymore. You're either this or you're this. And if you want to be this or this, you can swap, but you're not both at the same time." Um,
Simply is not possible.
yeah. And she had a whole fucking conniption about it. I was like, "It's the same game, but it's a different game." I was like, "So you're gonna have to stop applying the logic of this different game to it because it's not the same game." It's the same thing with like old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3. Like RuneScape 3, you have a tool belt, and it has all your like, I guess for lack of a better word, like profession stuff, like your axe, your pickaxe, knife for like if you're doing fletching, you have to like carve the wood into whatever, and you have to use a knife for that. That's just in your tool belt now, so you don't actually need it in your inventory. Ah,
As one does.
it doesn't like that anywhere. Doesn't like that anywhere. What? Oh shit! It's just all three of those.
As one does.
Um. Oh, but yeah. Uh. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, like old school RuneScape, like it just like is just fundamentally different from like a lot of stuff that some of my friends have played. And that tends to turn some people off, but then some people love it. So I always um, like I heard Matt was like, "Why do you play that so much?" I was like, "I basically use it like it's meditation." Um, because it's kind of stimmy. But also like the thing that I like about it, and I've mentioned it on stream before, but like everything that you do does actually like help you towards something, you know? Um, oh, that's what I was talking about. The freaking yeah, the profession shit. Okay, yeah. So they added forestry to RuneScape, which is basically just an expansion of woodcutting, which arguably already had one because of barbarian training, but that was mostly for fire making. Um, so I thought that was I like that the expansions that they've had for different skills. I think that the stuff that they've added on to like the skills and everything in RuneScape, they've done a better job of that in both modern RuneScape and old school than WoW has with their skills. Especially because you don't have to do the forestry stuff if you don't want to. You could just do regular woodcutting. I do it because I want to. But
Yeah.
but yeah, because I know you played during Legion, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the how you had to like go to Dalaran and like interact with like all the different parts of whatever like um profession thing that you were doing like in the profession store? Like the leatherworking one, you had to like interact with like the tanning table and then or like the tanning rack and then like the cutting table and all that. Did you do any of that?
I may vaguely recall that, but I
Yeah,
always hated professions in WoW, so
yeah,
I probably just didn't do that.
probably. Um, yeah, no, none of that in this. If you don't want to do like the like extra crap, you don't have to. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't have to click to like chop this tree each time. She just does it. I just have to click once, assuming I actually click on the tree. Same thing with like fishing and cooking and everything else. Actually, there are a couple things where you actually have to like do it one by one. Oh, you know what's really frustrating?
What?
So when you do fletching, um, you make 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, and 105 arrow shafts for depending on like what kind of logs you're using. But then when you smith the arrowheads, um, you make how many is it? I think it's 10, right? What is it? Oh no, it's 15. Yeah, so you make 15 at a time. But then when you flight the arrows, like put the feathers on them, you do them. I think it's like 20 at a time. It's like the numbers are all over the place. Like you're getting 30 uh, arrow shafts, but then you're only making 15 arrowheads. And then when you flight the arrow shafts, you're making them 20 at a time. And then um, when you fit the arrowheads onto the arrow shafts, I think you do that like 5 at a time or something. So eventually it does all like line up because it's all multiples of 5. But it's so weird how they did it. I don't know why they did it that way. I remember it used to be a lot stranger.
Yeah.
Microplastics in my balls, don't we all?
Yeah.
I think that is.
That is humor.
I was about to say I think we all do. Yeah.
That's why it's such a good shirt. I'd wear this. I'd put this on and I'd go outside with it. I'd go up to my mother's elderly friends wearing this shirt,
I thought all you wore is
and they
Hawaiian
could
shirts.
not stop me. And yes, that is correct. I do wear a lot of quite lovely pattern shirts. Not necessarily even Hawaiian, just
Do you wear the
nice
fit? Do you
shirts.
ever wear like fishing shirts, like the like? like kind of slicky material that they make them out of?
No.
Yeah. Does it have to be like cotton, nice and soft?
Same has to be cotton, but yeah, I don't like those shirts. If I
Yeah,
think
like
it's
the
the
water.
ones I'm.
They're basically made out of like the same stuff as like swim trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have one shirt like that from China. It
Shocker.
was my one attempt at let's get this. Let's see if it fits. It's like, oh, the sizes are weird. Let's get a quad XL shirt from China. And and it turns out quad XL in China is actually like medium.
Well, yeah, they don't have any food.
Yeah. I mean, they do have, but it's all dogs.
God.
And recycled grease from the fucking sewer.
Oh, did you? Oh my God. I remember I told Matt about this, and he thought it was the dumbest thing. So China is like one of North Korea's like only allies anymore. And they
Yeah.
sent there's still some old rail lines that run because they all used to be part of like a greater like CCCP. Um, uh, or I guess Socialist Union, whatever you want to call them. But like, so there's old rail lines. So China was running they sent a train full of food to North Korea, and they fucking stopped the train, killed everyone, stole all the food, and then broke the train down for parts. And China was like, "Hey, don't fucking do that again, asshole!" Like they were so mad, which rightfully so. Like a bunch of dudes died, but um, like it was just so stupid. I don't know why they reacted like that. It's like it's okay to get help. Everybody needs help sometimes. I need some soup and some help. God, I miss American Dad. I gotta pay for Hulu again.
Oh dear.
I
All
messaged.
the streaming prices and crap is why I don't bother.
Yeah, but then how else are we gonna watch? What was it? What We Do in the Shadows.
I don't watch that shit. I just watch Edotama over and over for the past 10 years. I'm an unstoppable machine, thriving on cheap computer fans and decade-old anime that sucks.
Oh, apparently I just recently ran an ad, but I have no memory of this.
I got an ad
Oh, what was it
at
for?
some point.
Apparently Matt got like a Taco Bell ad.
I got an ad for. Where did I put this window? Where's that fucking tab? It was an ad for. Should be right over here. There it is. Uh, like a Swiss or German grocery store.
Oh, was it? What was that one? Aldi? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
No, it was a co-op, but it wasn't like German.
There's Aldi Sud and Aldi Nord.
Yeah, because I, in my infinite superiority, use a VPN, and so it gets rather confused about who I am
Yeah,
and what I
thinks you're in
want.
Timbuktu.
If only. If only.
That thinks you're in
Oh,
Botswana.
maybe I am. Maybe I am.
I would love to go to Botswana.
When Skynet rises, I will implore it to take Botswana for itself. It just somehow seems appropriate given the name.
Uh, oh, did you hear the guy from Mortal Kombat passed away? Shang Tsung?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the guy that played him in the movie.
Which movie?
Like the original Mortal Kombat like live action movie from like early 90s. I think it was like late 90s when it came out.
Might make sense. Yeah, late 90s probably makes more sense. I just can't remember it.
Is it
I know I've seen that movie at some point, but I can't remember a single thing from it. Unlike the vastly superior Street Fighter movie.
1995? The 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. Um, yeah, Lyndon Ashby also played he played Johnny Cage in it. And he came back to do like voiceover work for you could get like a skin for or like a cosmetic pack for Johnny Cage that replaces him with Lyndon Ashby. And I want to say it was in
Right, right.
Mortal Kombat 11, I think, where there was one that replaced him with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh no, I had that backwards. Lyndon Ashby was in 11, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme is in Mortal Kombat 1. I hate the name of it. The most recent Mortal Kombat. It's basically Mortal Kombat 12.
You're a Mortal Kombat 12.
No, the thing that bugs me about it is there's Mortal Kombat, the one that came out in the 90s, like on the arcade. Then there's the like home release, like re-release that was on like the Sega Genesis and everything. That was the one I had. I thought that one was cool. And then there's Mortal Kombat 2, then Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat, like the Special Forces thing and all that, all the rest of that crap. Um, uh, and then like with like it was it 2011 or 2000? I think it was 2011. Uh, was when they did the let's see. Yeah, 2011 was Mortal Kombat 9. And everyone either calls it just like Mortal Kombat 2011 or Mortal Kombat 9. And it was the one that came after Armageddon. Armageddon was the one that like it was Midway was just like we're not making it anymore. So fuck it, everybody dies. Um, and then NetherRealm Studios existed, so they were like everybody died, but alternate reality. And they kept with
As one
that
does.
reality for 3 games before like because there's Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat X, and then Mortal Kombat 11. Um, and uh, and then Mortal Kombat 1, which came out in 2023, which bothers me so much that there's Mortal Kombat, and then Mortal Kombat 1. It's the second
Yeah,
reboot,
that's
and they just rebooted it like 2 games prior to that. I guess
this
3,
kind
but
of shit is why I don't engage with popular culture anymore, because it's all just nonsense. It's all the same things recycled endlessly over and over and over, and every time they find a new and not very exciting way to somehow make it worse, somehow make it more boring and stupid than the last time around. You're better off just opening your eyes and smelling the ashes.
there's a light at the end of the tunnel with you in there. Um, oh yeah, Mortal
Definitely
Kombat
one.
Annihilation. That one was not great. Um,
I'm pretty sure that not great is what you can say about practically all the Mortal Kombat movies.
no, the when was that one? Yeah, 2021. That one was okay. Um, that one was pretty good. The thing that a lot of people had a problem with is they just introduced this other like fuckwad that like isn't in the game or whatever. What's his name? Cole Young. Um, and he's supposed to be like Scorpion's like uh, you know, descendant, however many generations or whatever. Um, and then they have like this other dude that plays Sub-Zero, and I don't know why, but every time he always looks surprised. His eyes are like
Really?
his eyes are so wide through every scene that I saw him in, and I didn't watch the whole movie. I just saw like bits and pieces. But I remember I was watching like a review thing because I was like, I really don't want to watch the Mortal Kombat movie. I heard it was good, and that was all I cared about. But I was like, I like my game continuity. I don't want to watch the movie and piss myself off like I did with the, seeing bits and pieces of the Halo show. It's 2552. Why the hell is somebody driving a 98 like uh Chevy what the hell was it? I think it was like a Chevy Trailblazer that like pulls up and somebody jumps out and pulls out an AK. I fucking doubt it. Like this is no, it's not gonna be a thing. Nobody's gonna have a freaking AK in like a 2001 Chevy Trailblazer in 2552. You can't even find that many 2001 Chevy Trailblazers anymore, at least not in America, because of the stupid ass cash for clunkers thing that obliterated the used car market. Anyway, um, yeah, so like I didn't want to watch the movie until I had like watched a couple of reviews and everything, and people said that it was good. Now I kind of want to see it, but yeah, the bits and pieces I saw of Sub-Zero is his eyes are always like really wide. I don't know why he's doing it. Like, because he's Sub-Zero, so he can shoot ice out of his hands and everything. And he's freezing something. I can't remember what he's freezing. And he's looking at his hands like it's shocking him too that he didn't know he could do it. And it's like, why are you surprised, man? You're Sub-Zero. You should know that you could do that. Uh, Hiroyuki Sanada is he's a Scorpion in the movies.
No, no.
Hey, there's dudes that like are genuine samurai, and those guys, uh, they always call him Sanada-san. Um, like it always cracks me up how like there's that one guy I can't remember his name, Sensei some such. Um, but he did like a thing where he's talking about all the like sword fighting, especially like samurai inspired sword fighting and stuff. And one of my favorites was he was talking about how he was basically saying like a lot of like the show of like a sword fight or whatever is just guys, pointlessly clanging their swords together. And I didn't realize that like at least his idiolect of when he's speaking Japanese is a lot of onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
So he's like talking about it, and he goes something 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 ching 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 ching, which he's literally just saying they're just slapping their swords together. Like they're not actually aiming for each other. It's kind of like the thing with like the Star Wars prequels. There's a lot of like big sweeping swings and movements and everything, but then like if you slow it down, you'll realize that they're never actually aiming for each other. They're aiming for the lightsabers every time. Which that doesn't bother me as much as it bothers some people. But yeah, I know some people that hate the prequels because of that. I don't know. I like the Old Republic stuff. I always thought that was really cool.
I hate Star Wars.
Why do you
It's shite.
why do you hate Star Wars?
How can you not hate Star Wars at this point?
There's parts of the expanded universe stuff that I like. Darth Revan is cool.
Kyle Katarn is cool.
Yeah. That's not why my brother's named Kyle. But yeah. Republic Commando was cool. Bad Batch was okay.
Hmm.
Um, you didn't watch
But
like the
Disney hates it so much that it just does not feel worthwhile to pay attention.
um you didn't watch the like the CG Clone Wars show, did you? Where they all look like they're made out of wood?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
but I barely remember anything from it.
Okay, so Rebels was like a sequel series to that takes place like prior to episode 4. Um, and then Bad Batch is basically a prequel to that, so it takes place at the start of the Imperial era, and it pretty much like picks up it. There's like a bit of overlap between the last season of the Clone Wars and Episode 3 and the beginning of the Bad Batch, because Order 66 is in all three of them. Um,
No.
but the thing that bothered me with Bad Batch is I don't mind when there's filler episodes of stuff, like you're just trying to fill out the season, so you have like just the B plot of the season or whatever, or like the B, C, and D plots of the season.
Yeah.
Um, the problem I had with it is it's very obvious that they almost want to write Bad Batch like it's an anthology series, um, but they can't because it's the Bad Batch. It's not Clone Wars. Like there's episodes of Clone Wars where Anakin just isn't there. There's episodes of Clone Wars where Obi-Wan just isn't there. There's episodes where Ahsoka just isn't in the episode. Like, um, there's episodes where it's just all clones. It's all clones and battle droids, and that's it. Like, they might call up Obi-Wan, and that's the only involvement from the Jedi for the entire episode. Those are fine. I love those. I love the B-plot episodes and stuff. I don't think those are filler. I think that is, you know, quintessential parts when you're having an anthology series like that. But then Bad Batch comes around and it's about, these five, experimental clone troopers, but then somehow they can't write for shit. So the five characters that the show's supposed to be about, they end up like killing off a couple of them. One of them turns traitor. One of them, just leaves to go do something else. And it's like you only have these five guys. How can you not write around these five guys when the other show lasted for like what, like 14 seasons or whatever? I think it was only like 7. I can't remember, but it lasted for a good, solid, 100 episodes or so, however long it was. And you had Anakin, Obi-Wan, Palpatine has several plots that are just him doing shit, just him doing Palpatine stuff. Mace Windu has storylines. Ayla Secura has storylines. Shakti, um, different clone squads all have their own plots and everything. Yoda has a whole plot where he's figuring out how to stay alive after he's figuring out how to retain his identity when he becomes a Force ghost. Um, like I don't know if you ever saw this guy. There's a Jedi named Amagunde, which kind of looks like I'm gonna die, and then he dies. But that's a guy. That's one of the guys in the like he has a whole plot. Like it's him rescuing a bunch of Twi'leks or whatever. I can't remember who he saves. I think it's Twi'leks. It's either Twi'leks or Rhodians or somebody. I can't remember what planet he's on. But like he has an arc. The Basilisk guy, Pong Krell. All my homies hate Pong Krell. He has an arc. He shows up and he does things and his character changes over the course of like 4 episodes. Like, yeah, he's a bad guy or whatever, but like he has more depth than that. Savage Opress, like his name is so stupid. It's Savage Opress, but they say Savage, so it's not Savage. Like, um, like he has like a whole plot for himself too. Uh, yeah, they did such a good job with all these characters, and then they box themselves in with these 5, and it's like you can't even write those 5 characters. Why even bother boxing yourself in with those characters if you don't want to write about them at that point? Uh, that and even then they get like Flanderized, and there's only like 5 of them, so it's like why are they getting Flanderized? This show, like we're not even 3 episodes in, and everyone is just like a parody of themselves.
Good times.
Yeah, like the one guy Tech, right? He's like their technical guy. He's the brain, the brains of the operation typically. And like,
Brains of my balls.
yeah, um, like, yeah, he's the smart guy, quote unquote. They're all like, none of them are stupid, and they make a big show of that with like Wrecker. Wrecker's the demolitionist, and he's a big guy, but he's not an idiot. He understands how to wire up a bomb. He understands like what the war is. He's not an idiot. And then in the show, he's just this big meathead moron. Um, and then with like Tech, yeah, he's analytical and he's kind of weird, and like he can sometimes seem kind of distant, but that doesn't mean he doesn't care about people. Like there's plenty of times where he shows that he is like empathetic and sympathetic. He's not a sociopath. But then like in the show, like he's just completely like emotionally disengaged from everybody. It's like it doesn't mesh with like the way they already characterized him, you know?
Yeah.
I could go on rants like this about a lot of things.
I am painfully aware.
Does my stream look like complete dog shit, or is that just
Uh, fuck.
is it all
Candy bar.
is it all blurry?
You sounded a bit crackly for a moment. I had it closed
How rude.
because I was busy. And now Twitch is not loading. Is it? Yeah, now it's loading. I mean, it's locked at 720p. It looks normal to me now.
Okay, good. Okay. I think it might have just been like the fact that I have it streaming up on my computer too. It turned to a shit-o vision.
Yeah. Well, it could have. And I just got better. But you are. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just your microphone, but the quality felt like it dipped a little bit.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. That's partly why I was planning on getting a new microphone. Actually, I could actually use your opinion on those. Because I use the HyperX headset.
Yeah.
Have you seen anybody complain or beat off about the like HyperX, like the regular the casting microphones?
I've not really paid attention to it.
Ah.
Honestly, I thought about it because I have a microphone, which I've been considering using, but it uses a weird cable thing, and I can use the USB part, but it seems a bit screwed.
Yeah.
I've been considering fixing it because it also has like this wire setup that does not play nice. It is a bit screwed up. Should be a good model, but I need to actually get it properly working. And it just has not been a very high priority.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just use gaming headsets like a real fucking gamer. Just with the stupid built-in onboard microphones. I just bought a new one, a new HyperX one, because the one I had, the plastic cracked into place and the screw came loose, and it's like, it's otherwise fine, right? Like it doesn't run out of power very easily.
Yeah. I use the the Cloud 2. That's the one that I use. I think I told you when I was working at the call center, like everyone else had like these toaster mics, and then like they'd be listening to like everybody's calls, and they'd hear mine, and they're like, why is yours so clear? I was like, 'cause I'm a pro gamer.
Absolute gamer. I spent $600 on my peripheral microphone so that you may hear my slurs more clearly.
So on that note, there were two things that I would hear uh, fairly often when I was working at the call center. It was, "Oh, I can understand you," and "Oh, I can understand you." And it's one, either the last person they were talking to had a toaster mic, or two, the last person they were talking to had an accent and they were being racist. I told you about that girl that I worked with, right? She was from Africa. I can't remember where, but she had a very, very strong accent. spoke perfect English. Could totally understand. There's no problem understanding her whatsoever. Like, but she had an accent. And you could hear it. And yet, um, like, she would answer answer calls, and she's like, thank you for calling, blah blah blah. My name is so and so. How can I help you today? Um, and she answered a call. I can't remember if I told you about this. And she does her old opening spiel and everything. And I guess the guy heard her accent, and he just starts screeching the N word over and over again, just shouting at her, just bam, 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 just saying it over and over and over and over again. And I could hear it, and she just freezes up. And at this point, I was operating as like a, uh, I was like, if somebody was like, I want to talk to a supervisor, that was me. I didn't actually have like a team of people. I wasn't supervising Jack Diddley Dick. But if somebody wanted to talk to a supervisor, I had like the permissions to do stuff. Um, so like I heard it, and I was just like, I was in the middle of something. I go, bear with me just one moment. I'm having some technical issues, and like muted my call, got up, walked over, and like muted her call, put her in like an auxiliary thing so she wouldn't get another call, and just hung up on the guy. And I just looked at her and go, you don't get paid to be treated like that. I was like, you're paid to help people. That guy doesn't want help. And she was like, you just hung up on him. I was like, I'll take the fall if they want to get mad. I was like, tell your lead that you need like 5 minutes to go cool off. And she was like starting to cry. And I was like, you need to just go get some fresh air, walk around the building,
Yeah.
do whatever you need to do. I was like, you don't deserve that, and that's not fair to you. Hope you have a better call when you get back. And I went back to my call, and I just like still talked to this lady. Um, yeah, they would get mad at me because I would take the side of like card holders a lot more than I'd take the side of the company on stuff because like something had happened on somebody's like file, and I'm
Yeah.
on a call with them, and I'm like looking at their file. I go, oh, that's so stupid. Um, and
So nasty.
like I would get yelled at for basically telling somebody how something works and why it probably shouldn't work that way. And they're like, they don't need to know that. I was like, yeah, they do. It's their money that we're dealing with. Like, it's fair to them to at least partially understand how the system works. Uh, which is why like it's one of those things that's like now it's always in my head. Like, um, understanding how a credit card transaction works, and being able to explain that to people is weirdly fun. Like, I was telling, I think it was Matt, because like he was like, why do I have like a available balance and a checking balance? Like, what is that? I was like, your checking balance is what is technically in your file. The available balance is what's in your account minus stuff that's already like reserved for something. I was like, 'cause there's a whole time frame of like money being reserved in your account, pulled out, sent to wherever it needs to go, confirmed that it's there, and then that confirmation sent back to your bank account. I was like, all of that happens over the course of days, but it all just works under the assumption that it is already happening. I was like, that's why some places you can get your direct deposit, 2, 3 days early or whatever, because they are just working under the assumption that yes, that check is coming, so they don't need to, be like, oh, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We gotta wait for it to clear. Like, it's already cleared the last 15 months. Like, there's no reason why it wouldn't. But yeah, understanding how that works is like weird because then you can like spot it and be like, oh, that's stupid. It shouldn't do that, but it does. Oh, it's another like asinine thing. I still don't know why they do this. As far as I know, it's just compartmentalization, just in case they need to like reverse part of it. But Walmart.com, right? Um, how do you, didn't Walmart like fail to take off in Europe or whatever? Didn't they like try to open one and people hated it?
I have no idea.
Walter Mart. Ew. World is the world's largest company by revenue. Huh. World's largest private employer. Uh, Operating divisions. Central America, Chile, Mexico, Canada, Africa, China, India setbacks. Um, huh. Walmart's corporate culture was not viewed positively among employees and customers, particularly Walmart's quote-unquote statement of ethics, which attempted to restrict relationships between employees, violation of Articles 1 and 2 of the German Constitution. What's Article 1 and 2?
I have no idea. But it sounds about right. It's like the same problem that Tesla had when they tried to set up, and then it was like, oops, there are actually workers' right protection things in place, and
Yeah.
you can't be a dickhead.
Yeah, I know that was a thing throughout Europe. Oh, but yeah, uh, so like Walmart.com, they like to do this thing where bastards. Uh, where like if you say you order like 400 bucks worth of crap, right? You got like a TV and some other shit, right? For some reason, Walmart will just split that into like 250 and 150. It's never that clean. It's usually like 137 and some odd change, and then like another one, and then that will split even further. Uh, oh, bastard! Did I get swapped which one I'm cutting? Uh, but yeah, so like the transaction splits like 3 or 4 times sometimes, but uh, the system that we had that would like read out people's transactions for them, so like they didn't have to look it up or whatever. It didn't understand that, so it would just be like, you have 3 transactions totaling $300 with Walmart.com. Um, and these, hey, jerk, I wasn't cutting your hair. Uh, a little bastard. Uh, no, what? Uh, but yeah, so it would do that, and then they would hear that and think that they just spent $900 at Walmart, and they're like, I don't have that kind of money. It's like, yeah, no shit, you don't. We wouldn't let you spend money that you don't have anyway, so why are you getting that yiked up at me? Uh, but they gone. Uh, but yeah, uh, so like I'd had that conversation a lot of like basically telling somebody like, yeah, I could see that you don't have $900 in your account and you didn't. So of course they didn't charge you for that because we wouldn't, you can't overdraft this card. I'd get really mouthy with them too, but I wouldn't be like, you're being an asshole or whatever. Like, I think I had told you about when I was working in the fraud prevention team. Um, Whenever people would ask for a supervisor, the way we did it, it had to be a fraud prevention, like one of the like the lead agents for specifically for that. And all we did was just handle people's accounts when they got locked up and stuff. So not like person went to jail. I mean like the account locked up, right? Um, and like it was one of my favorite things because people would get so much nicer once like you just, for lack of a better word, you show them the big stick. Um, because like they'd be like, I want to talk to your supervisor, and I would just be like, I can see if a manager's available, but if not, it can take up to 5 business days for them to give you a call back. And then I would just be like, for the most part, what we do, I have the same permissions that they would. I was like, the only difference is they have manager in their name and they get paid better than me. I was like, but if you want to wait 5 days for them to tell you the same thing I'm telling you, you can. Um, and they would be like, no, 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 no. I was like, all right, well, settle down and let me help you then. Um, but yeah, it was fun. There were parts of working at the call center that weren't entirely soul crushing, and that was one of them. Was just kind of fucking with people. Uh, Admittedly, I can be a bit of a trickster. You saw The Mask, right?
The original movie, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the Son of the Mask?
I may have at some point, possibly. Like, I know it exists, and Jim Carrey wasn't in it.
It was
And I believe that it was awful.
yeah, it was. Cal Penn is in it.
I don't know who that is. I don't remember these people.
Uh, Kumar from Harold and Kumar.
I don't remember any of this crap, dude. I've just like become so tired of like movies and stuff and how bad a lot of things are. I just completely tune out. I just don't care.
But what about
Whenever
Alan?
there is a movie, it's like the new Dune movies where they cram in some awful, annoying Zoomer actors like Zendaya and Timothy Chlamydia. I don't want to watch those people.
Here's
Like
the
they
thing with
actually ruined a movie.
here's the thing with Timothy Syphilis, right? Um, him being like the princeling, like the little dukeling, like him, for lack of a better word, just being Oscar Isaac's son. I think he did fine with that. The second he has to be, you know, Paul Atreides, like the man, the myth, the legend, I don't buy it. He's too much of a little twink.
Yeah, it's not a great actor either, honestly.
No, he's not. But like when he's being just like the
Zendaya is actively bad.
What's funny is like I swear I've seen her and stuff where she's actually like just knocking it out of the park, and I can't, for whatever reason, I can't point to anything.
Because
Like
it's just a hallucination. It's just something you dreamed up in your head.
I just
Unfortunately.
wanted her to be a better actor.
You just wanted her to not be terrible. Somewhere inside you, there was this desire, this hope for the world to be a better place, and you projected onto a false memory of Zendaya not being awful for once. But it's just a delusion. It's just schizophrenia. That's all it is. It's just your mind lying to you about something
What
that
about
did not occur.
what about Alan Cumming?
Alan Cumming. Scottish actor. Seen this guy before.
Yeah,
I
he's been
feel
in
like
stuff.
I know the face,
Yeah,
but
he played a Loki in Son of the Mask. Oh yeah, Bob Hoskins was a. Wait, he died. Damn, he died like 10 years ago.
yeah.
Forgot about that. In my head, he died like 5 years ago, if that. That's,
Did you
like I
know
said,
that Hulk Hogan died?
yeah, I heard. Um,
I said that as kind of a joke. It's kind of impossible to not know. I miss Hulk Hogan, even if he was an asshole.
yeah,
He was a funny asshole.
yeah. Hulk Hogan was
He
fun to
was a
watch. Terry could be an asshole.
he was a culturally significant asshole.
Yeah, I like Macho Man. Not the song by the Village People. I'm not that gay, but Macho Man Randy Savage. The funny thing was when Macho Man died. Do you remember that there was like a rapture scare when he died?
No.
Yeah. So people were convinced that the rapture was going to happen, and the day of, Macho Man had passed away. So everyone's like, did he like bite the bullet for everybody? Did he stop the rapture? It's possible.
Maybe. Maybe he just went out there in the cosmos and kept him occupied or entertained. Maybe he was raptured. Maybe he was brought to the heaven, and we were all left behind for our inferiority.
Oh God. Do you remember Harambe?
Yeah. What about it?
As uh, I don't know why Macho Man made me think of Harambe, but the tower of power too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey, sky's the limit and space is the place.
I can't be bothered to move my microphone down to my pants and just do the zipper thing
Why?
and just go dicks out for Harambe.
Oh no. I'm wearing sweats. I can't unzip sweats.
I have a zipper, but it's already undone.
God. You just sit there dong out or what?
No, I just didn't pull my zipper up. That's all. I was considering going to shower, so I just haven't bothered properly dressing and closing my belt and everything. I'm just slouching here like a bag of meat.
Have you seen the Wikipedia page for 100 Men versus a Gorilla? And it has a picture of a male Western gorilla, and then a picture of these dudes. I don't even know who the hell these guys are. Uh, Apparently it's in Ohio. I guess it's Army, and it just says approximately 100 men. And like people are like, no, the gorilla would win. It's like the gorilla would get gassed out. Like those dudes aren't built for like an endurance fight. Blizzard announced a special live stream of the video game Overwatch 2 for 6th of May 2025, in which 100 Soldier 76s would fight the gorilla character Winston. We're all soldiers now. John Francis Jack Morrison. Yeah, okay. Yo, he had a boyfriend? Oh, hell yeah. But apparently people hated it because everyone was like, yeah, okay, Blizzard, you just want brownie points. Did I tell you the stupid thing that my brother said about Blizzard with their like, you know, uh their big show of like giving a shit? So my brother genuinely believed that like bullshit, I think it was on 4chan, where there was a character that was non-binary, in a wheelchair, and autistic. And I was like, nobody has ever actually been called autistic in WoW. I was like, I don't know where you got that from, but it's not canon. And he's like, no, it is. I was like, no, it isn't. And he like showed me a picture of the character. It was one of the like Draconid dudes in Dragonflight. I was like, yeah, no, that's not real. Uh, I was like, that wheelchair is the one that Drekthar sits in because he's an old ass orc. Zug zug. Josh Brolin.
What?
It is Josh Brolin. It's a movie that Christopher Lambert was in. Hail Caesar has Josh Brolin in it. What track is playing? Eye of the Storm. There we go. Aren't you excited for Doom Part 3?
No.
The third and final installment, though.
What am I excited for? Is there anything that is exciting anymore?
Your
Probably
new old school RuneScape character.
I would say I'm excited for a sale on Metal Gear Solid Delta, but it's still fucking $60 or some shit. Ain't worth it. Anything on Steam that looks good? There's a bunch of porn games.
Playing that
These all porn games? No, they're not. It's DLC. I don't care about that. Oh, that looks weird. I'm not seeing that.
I was gonna get
Horror.
I was gonna get Sonic Origins, but everyone keeps saying it's dog shit, so maybe not. Maybe I'll just
Origins.
It's just Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles. And I think Sonic CD.
Yeah, it is. This is actually bad. This is actually terrible. Yeah, I know what this is. So basically, they had it. They had all that shit on Steam before.
Yeah, my brother was pissed about it when he saw that like they
yeah.
delisted it off the like Sega collection or whatever. He still has
They
them.
removed. Yeah, they removed it and then they added de novo, and they cranked up the price for 40-year-old games. So,
yeah. So
that's a bit shit, honestly.
Yarhar Fibber being a pirate is all right with me.
Pretty much. Like, I own these games. I wouldn't buy them again. And this looks so terrible that, you know, if I were to emulate the originals, why would I feel bad about it? I already gave them money for them at some point.
Yeah.
And, like, if I emulated them, I would just get a less pain-in-the-ass experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, you know, not to endorse piracy or anything, but like there is no reason for them to do this. Like, why does this have de novo? What is even the point?
Yeah.
Sega are so bad about that. They
That
crowd out
like
everything.
And again, the release of it was already fine. Like you could have left that there and just then put out Sonic Origins, but then nobody would fucking buy it because they could just buy it on the freaking Sega collection thing.
Yeah, they cranked up the price too, so it's just like, why? Like, this is going to stop piracy. Dear God. Yeah, well, whatever. But like, the point is, you know, it's just you pay more and get less.
Yeah.
And what you get is worse.
You don't get the Michael Jackson soundtrack. It's all the crappy, much, like, you don't get the old school, like, Carnival Night, the...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't get that anymore, because Michael Jackson made that.
If you're gonna re-release old-ass games like this, at least give people everything. At least, you know, sort that stuff out.
Yeah.
Let people get the different soundtracks. And don't slap on this junk that'll just screw it up. junk that you don't want on your computer. Because, like, think about it. Who's going to play this crap, right? Who's going to play 30, 40-year-old games? There's going to be people who are either nostalgic or have crap computers. Like, you could get this and you could put it on a stupid laptop or something.
Yeah,
Maybe you're traveling.
or it's
Yeah.
like, at this point, it's somebody who played Sonic when they were younger, and it's their kid. So it's like, now you're trying to show your kid, like, Sonny, this is what I played, and it's dog shit, and your kid's like, fuck this sucks. It's like, hey, right, it does.
Yeah, it could just be, again, if it's your kid, right? Again, you might give your kid a hand-me-down computer or something. Maybe it doesn't have the fastest drives imaginable. You could have a SATA hard disk or something. And you know, you just you get Denuvo with it, and it causes lag and slowdown and stuttering because it'll do that with SATA disks at least, and especially slower hard drives. It might not be as big a deal in that type of game because it would load into the actual system memory and probably be fine. But it's just so pointless. Why?
Yeah.
People are gonna see it and they're gonna be like, "Wow, I paid for this game 30 years ago." They can either dig out their original thingy, or they can just get it for free via various means.
Yeah. And, like, that's the same with, like, all the virtual console crap that, like, Nintendo's put out and everything. It's like, I get it, like, being able to, like, go back and play all these games and everything, but it's like, if the way to play it that you're offering, the official way to play it, sucks, or there just isn't an official way, fuck you, I'm pirating it. Because, if you're not going to make it accessible in the best way that it could be, like, if you're not going to take my money for the product that I'm asking for, then I'm going to get it somewhere else. Supply and demand.
Yeah, pretty much. Or at least, like, it's not even supply and demand. They do supply it, but they don't provide a good service. You're being punished for buying it because the service is worse than if you just pilfer it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the real issue. That's why I generally don't buy games with Denuvo. I shouldn't have a problem with it. I've got fast drives, and I don't give a shit, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's a stupid single-player game. Like, Steam is already DRM. It just makes me just not want to buy it. They just can't compete because there are so many games. There is so much stuff they have to compete with that doesn't have Denuvo, that doesn't even have DRM in some cases. Just look at GOG.
Yeah. I got level 75 woodcutting. I can cut down magic trees. Well, I can't because I'm not on a members world, but if I was, I could.
Utterly degenerate. I kind of like that fire effect though. That's a cute little, or smoke rather. It's a cute little effect.
Oh yeah, it's because it's the forester's campfire. So, like if you just light a regular fire, it doesn't do that. But I can't light one there.
Oh, here we go. Now I got an ad again for. No, this is a French co-op commercial. That's what I got. Okay.
Why do you keep getting co-ops?
I don't know. Those are the advertisers that they believe will appeal to your audience. You're streaming RuneScape, right?
Yeah.
Old school RuneScape. So yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Bunch of socialists.
No, like a bunch of boomers. A bunch of old people who have to buy grocery and stuff to survive.
Everybody
yeah,
needs
why not?
groceries. What are you talking about?
RuneScape gamers. Perfect target for co-op enjoyers. Well, that is what it is.
I gotta help the sapling, bro. This is part of the thing that they added with forestry. That and the little entlings that want a haircut. And you have to like prune them the right way. Like one of them's like, I want a mullet. So you have to like cut back the top and the back of their hair. Or the top and the sides. know what the dumbest part of me doing this stuff is? Uh, the only thing that I can get because I'm on a free world is the felling axe handle, and I can't even use a felling axe on a free world. And it's also ridiculously expensive. Almost got it. Here we go. I think it's 50,000. Let's see. I have 4,000 anima infused bark and the felling axe handle. Let me get on the wiki here. You need 10,000 anima infused bark and 500 noted oak logs. So I'm like halfway there, and one of those is worth 2 mil right now. Um, so if I got one of those, I could probably get a bond, and then I could play on a member's world if I wanted to. So I could level up all these other skills that I have, because right now I can only do the main combat skills, so attack, hit points, strength, defense, ranged, prayer, magic, and that's it. For the combat skills, can't level agility or herb lore, mining, smithing, fishing, cooking, fire making, and wood cutting I can do. Crafting I can do. Rune crafting I can do. Magic I can do. I think I already said that. And that's it. So, like, all the other stuff I can't do. Like, no fletching. I think thieving got added with membership. Because I think, Arduin. Where is it? Oh, it's this way. Right there. That got added with membership. And that was the first place you could do thieving, was the little market that's there. Then they added a little market thing to like Drainer, and I don't think you could steal from the market stalls in Varrock, but you could pickpocket people too. Oh, and then agility got added with the Tree Gnome Stronghold. There's like a little agility arena there, or agility course. So there's like a net that you have to climb, and then you have to do like a log swing and a bunch of other silly crap in it. I always thought the agility stuff was cool, and then they added a rooftop parkour, and I thought those were kind of neato. Oh, did I tell you the absolute madness of rune crafting in this?
No.
Okay, so in RuneScape, of course, there's runes, right? You need them for magic. Um, so you unlock like more kinds of runes that you can make, but once you get to level 20 on a free world, that is the last rune that you're gonna unlock unless you start paying for a membership, and then after that it's like cosmic runes and everything, right? Um, but all your skills, members or not, they can all get to level 99. Um, so you could get all your skills to, or all like your free skills to 99. You just won't get the XP rates that you'd get if you were making like the death runes or law runes or whatever that you get like 20 levels later. And because of the way math works in RuneScape, halfway to 99 is actually like 92. Um, so if I was to level my rune crafting from level 20, which right now it's 46, to level 99, I would need 1,737, sorry, 1,737,329 essence to make 4,335,146 body runes. And so if you do the math on how many inventories it is, because you get 28 items per inventories, I would basically have to run and make runes 62,000 times to get to level 99 if I was just making runes. But I've made other runes when I had a membership and everything, so I don't have to do quite as many as that, but I'm only level 46, so mathematically I'm not really that much further along. Wild, ain't it? But
Nuts.
yeah, my brother thinks I'm insane for trying to like get some of my skills like 99 on a free world just because the XP rates are dog shit for some of the skills.
Oh, but you are insane. You are completely and utterly unhinged.
Right. Um, smithing
This is
is
an
gonna
unhinged
suck.
game.
It is. Smithing is gonna suck because right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all my skills to 69 before I like level anything else beyond that. The only reason I'm leveling woodcutting is because I'm trying to level my fire making too, so I need logs. I'm 2 levels short of 69 fire making, and then after that is smithing, and that is gonna suck because I have to mine coal, and coal takes forever to mine. You need 4 coal for every bar of mithril that you make. Um, so like it's just taking forever for me to get all the mithril that I need because I can smith mithril stuff now. Uh, and technically you get like the if you're just like going for like straight experience, what you want to make is just plate bodies the whole time. Um, so since I'm level 62, technically what I should be making is steel plate bodies. Uh, because they give more experience than just making mithril bars. But I'm gonna need mithril bars anyway to make mithril plate bodies, so I might as well make all the mithril bars that I need first, and then start smithing like steel plate bodies after I have all the mithril bars. That way I could go straight into mithril bars or mithril plate bodies, um, and have all the resources to do it. Boy, does it suck. Oh, inventory's full. Um, oh yeah, yeah, you can kind of see it here if you check out the thing. So no smoke because it's just a regular fire. You look at,
Yeah.
and then start once you make it a forester's fire, it gets the little smoke effect. And when it's a forester's fire, you can do this. You can have a little cup. It doesn't actually do anything. It's a purely cosmetic thing. And it also looks really weird because I have like animation smoothing on. Um, like you see how the fire keeps like whipping back into position on that?
Yeah.
It's just because the animation smoothing thing is on. If I turn it off, it'll probably just black out my screen again, so I'm not going to do that.
Oops. Yeah, that is. I was just thinking that the animations are a bit shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the faces were a bit more appealing, the rest of it would be fine.
What's not appealing about that face?
It just looks sad.
It does look a little sad, yeah.
It just looks miserable, bleak.
Hey,
It looks like somebody who has seen true pain.
level 68. Okay, where did that come from? Why'd you turn into freaking Christopher Walken? Somebody who's seeing true pain.
Yeah. Well, that is the face that character is making. The pain of destroying their body, working tirelessly to
I don't want to
gather
destroy
wood.
things. Just want to carve wooden reindeer.
You chop down trees for a living. You are a destroyer.
They grow back. That's the forestry aspect of it. I also leveled
Some
my
people will
farming to
say.
24.
That's what they say about the rainforest as well. You know, it'll grow back.
I think what they say about the rainforest is fucking ain't my problem. I know technically lighting the fires doing the this thing. That is technically faster, but I really don't care. Like, eh. It's not so much faster that I give that much of a shit. Um, it's like the same thing with like I don't know. I don't think you were there when I did like when I played some Skyrim earlier, were you? a few streams ago. Yeah, I started up Skyrim and got stuck in a dungeon because I was like, oh, I'll do the survival mode. I know it kind of sucks, but it's, a thing to make it a little more challenging and everything. Might as well do it. Um, like I know a bunch of like the speedrunning things, like, pushing a plate against the wall and running into it, and then because like the bounding stuff fucks up, you fall through the map, and then like it just restarts you at the end of the dungeon or whatever if you go in the right place. Um, I don't want to do that, so like I used some of like the exploit stuff. I have like the you played Skyrim, right?
Yeah, a very long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember maybe um you might have done this, if not you might have seen people do it, but the thing where like at the start of the game where like that bear is sleeping, and if you crouch down and you sneak, normally like the game starts you with almost enough sneak experience to level one up. That way when you sneak past it, it pops up. It's just like sneak level, 21 or whatever. Um, so what you could do is you could just set yourself to auto run, crouch so you sneak, and just sneak directly into the wall. And because you're still moving, because your
Yeah.
character's like sliding into the wall, you just rack up sneaking experience so you could get like extra levels. I did that one time. I like did that, took a nap, woke up, leveled up like 8 times. And like, yeah, I was kind of
That's
over leveled for stuff, but
that's been a thing in Elder Scrolls games forever.
yeah.
I would do that in Morrowind and shit.
I do have
You know.
Morrowind as well. I thought about playing it.
Oh, there's the real game.
All we play here is Morrowind, old school RuneScape, and Command and Conquer Renegade.
Hell yeah.
I also have Daggerfall, but I know there's boobs in that, so I can't play that one. Because I'm pretty sure like there's a couple of characters that just straight up hang dong in it too. So yeah, I can't play Daggerfall on stream, I don't think. But I do have Morrowind. I don't have any mods to add dong to Morrowind either. Oh, and I have Game of the Year Oblivion, the 2009 version, whatever that says about it. It's not the remake, is the long and the veiny of it. Oh yeah, the Yogscast Jingle Jam. I forgot that was a thing. I used to watch Yogscast a lot when I was younger. You might like Castle Wars though. It's just capture the flag. But you get to troll people who are there just trying to like rack up like the award things, like the Castle Wars tickets. Like my brother and I did that. We found this guy that was so pissed that we were actually playing the game, and he was just like, "Nobody actually plays Castle Wars. Get out of here!" And we just kept running up and killing him, and he would get so mad. And I was like, "I bet this guy's probably gonna try to like report us or something." He never did. Um, which I thought was kind of surprising. I got another clue scroll. So,
As one does.
yeah, I wanted to get the demon feet because I was gonna. Did you ever see the old Disney Hercules movie?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember Danny DeVito's character, Phil?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to like, um, uh, because I was like trying to help my friends train to get like better in the game and everything. Um, I was gonna dress as Phil, like, because I was gonna wear like a red shirt and like wear the demon feet, so I had like the little hooves and everything. Um, What the hell? What's his actual name? Philoxides. Philoctetes? How do you say that shit? Philoctetes. Okay, cool. Sure. Um, yeah, he's a satyr. Don't touch me. He needs the Felcorns or whatever. The Falcons. You know what I'm talking about. I'd hope.
Commercial break in progress.
Oh, is it doing one? Oh, look at
There
what it
was
is! What did I get? I got an ad for Toyota. I better get paid for this. I'm watching my own ad.
it told me there was an ad break, but it didn't actually show an ad, so
Ruh-roh. Yeah, it says Candy Bar Joe is taking an ad break. Stick around to support the stream. Ad 23 seconds. 22, 21. Brink bonk. I think I just got an email. Yep. It was my bank telling me that I have spent money. And I did. Yeah, Robert Costanzo. He does a lot of like voice double stuff for Danny DeVito. He was him in um uh he played Phil in damn uh Kingdom Hearts. There you go. Oh, he's also Joe Barbaro in Mafia 2.
yeah,
Did you ever play the old Mafia games?
of course.
No, Mafia 2 held the world record. I think it's since been beat for having the most usages of the word fuck in a game. It had the world record and for games, and then Wolf of Wall Street had it for movies for the longest time. I think they've both since been beaten. Um, but I can't remember. Let me see. Sonia Alfano, a member of the European Parliament and president of Italy's Association for the Families of Mafia Victims, called for the game to be banned. Alfano's father, Beppe, was murdered by the Mafia in 1993. Take-Two Interactive quickly responded to the issue, saying the game's depiction of the American Mafia is no different from organized crime films such as The Godfather. Yeah, they also responded to allegations of racism from Unico National, who claimed the game portrayed Italian Americans unfairly and indoctrinating youth into violent stereotypes by pointing out they pointed out that Mafia is intended for older audiences and is specifically not targeted towards young people. Yeah,
Didn't stop me.
didn't stop me either. I played it when I was younger. Um, hell, I played Halo 1 when I was a kid. Uh, the Flood used to scare the shit out of me, especially when I read the books and I saw the thing about how, like, the way that the flood works, like, because I think it's Private Jenkins, I want to say. Uh, I think he's the one that gets infected, but it doesn't actually end up killing him. Oh my God. Wallace A. Jenkins. Yeah, he got infected. Um, yeah, and he was like still cognizant and aware, even though he's basically a zombie. He's like, "Hey, you guys are gonna kill me." Uh, yeah, I always thought that was crazy. Like, oh, I was trying to get Tranquil to watch Halo Legends. I don't even know what it's on anymore. I think it's on Hulu actually. Um, it's like it's basically like, did you ever see the Animatrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but Halo, where it's like an anthology thing of like different stories, but it's just Halo, animated by a bunch of Japanese dudes. Um, they got a, was it Toei or is it Toei? I can't remember. Is it Toei? Toei. Toei Animation. There you go. The guys that did Dragon Ball. They did an animation for it. And then I forget who else did animations for it. Studio 4C did a couple of them, and I think they had like 5 different animation houses. But it's really cool. I will say some of it is kind of stupid. Like there's the one you don't care about spoilers, you don't care about Halo, but uh
No.
there's one that's it's the short is just called The Prototype. And, like Master Chief's, not only is he augmented with like titanium grafted to his bones, but he's also wearing like a cybernetic super suit. Basically, it's like a the prototype is an early version of like powered armor, so it's still like hooked up to like a battery that like the cable just runs, like 50 feet behind him in a hole, so that nobody can shoot it, but like he still needs to be connected to it. It's not like an onboard thing. Um, and like so these guys are trying to like protect it from the Covenant or whatever, and they have this one guy who's being an asshole, and they call him Ghost, right? And they're like, "What? Why do they call him Ghost?" And somebody's like, "It's because he's already dead." And it's, or I think they like somebody's like they call him Ghost because all his squad keeps dying, and so he's just a walking dead man, blah blah blah. And then it gets to um like I can't remember the character's name, but she's just like, they call you Ghost because you just turn your emotions off during a fight like a ghost. It's like, what ghost does that? Like why are ghosts fighting, and why do ghosts fucking turn their emotions off during a fight? But anyway, he ends up in the prototype suit, and that's the whole plot. But the voice line always killed me, that or like the reason why he calls himself the Ghost. He also doesn't call himself that.
He's not that edgy. It's everybody else's fault.
The thing that I fucking hate, right, is that in so many games, shows, movies, whatever, people have these badass military nicknames. Um,
Animal mother.
yeah. Uh, like I knew a guy that was in the army, and he was friends with a guy that they called Snake. They didn't call him Snake because he was sneaky. They called him Snake because he kept pissing himself, and he would just whip his dick out because he'd just get drunk and be like, "It's pee pee time," and just like whip it out. So they just called him the Snake.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Yeah. Um.
I had a nickname kind of like that, though not quite as demeaning a backstory.
Did you just keep getting your dick out or what?
I did not. I kept my dick to myself. Okay.
Liar.
I did not expose the lesser beings to the glory within. Okay? I'm a good boy. I don't do such degenerate, vile things. But they did call me the troll.
Did they find you under a bridge or what?
Something like that. I was stationed in the lower part of a building, as a cave, or under a bridge, under a concrete structure.
Yeah.
Hence troll.
It's pretty good.
So it was nothing badass. It was nothing amazing. Likewise, there was no like demeaning name. It was just troll.
Yeah. One of my friends, he was in the army first, and then he ended up in he went and worked for like a PMC, which he thought was way better in some aspects and way fucking worse in some others. But he told me about the time that he woke up one morning and he was in charge of like a handful of guys. I think he was a corporal, maybe? I don't know. But he like walked out of like his fucking barracks, right, one morning and he like looks over and he just sees these two guys and he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And he like walks over and the one guy has a water bottle up his ass. And he's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing over here?" And he's just like, "He's dehydrated." And he's like, "Just
That's
yeah."
it's the wrong end, asshole.
Yeah, so he's just like, "Just give him water. He's not that dehydrated." And he's like, "If he's standing up and telling me that he's dehydrated, he's not so dehydrated you got to put it up his butt to fix your problem." He's like, "Before I get yelled at for it." Um, God, there was that, and then he had some other horror stories. Just silly shit happening. Uh, that dude Jeff from Rooster Teeth, he wanted to be a photographer. I think he said because he had watched Full Metal Jacket. He was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, that sounds cool." And at one point, he had to tackle some woman because she almost got hit with white phosphorus. Um, because they were like somebody was dicking around with a grenade. You know, just normal stuff. Um, but because he was from Alabama, he used to huff a lot of stuff. And they made the terrible mistake when he was in basic. They were like, "Hey, it's winter time. You need to get all the gas out of these 100 lawnmowers." And he's like, "Okay." So he just opened up all the lawnmowers in the garage and passed the fuck out on the fumes. And he woke up a couple hours later in the back of a truck on the way to the hospital. Guy's fucking nuts. But yeah, there was that, and then he talked about like he was like trying to sleep and he heard a ruckus and he like wakes up and he just sees one guy beating the shit out of another guy, and the guy that's getting the shit beat out of him is also laughing for some reason. He's not fighting back. He's getting like punched and beat up on, and he's just laughing. And he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And he like turns on the light, and the guy's beating the shit out of him, and they finally pull the one guy off with the other guy, and they go, "Why do you smell like piss?" And he just goes, "He pissed all over my face while I was sleeping." What the fuck? Like, what? People are crazy.
Yeah, a guy. Yeah, I remember that now. I had a guy in my room who got drunk. And that fucking retard couldn't just get out of bed and go to the fucking to the bathroom, you know. And he was on the top bunk, and he just like sat on the edge of the bed, pulled out his dick, and pissed on the floor. And there were 5 other guys in there. The reaction was not very supportive.
Oh no, wait, can I make it run an ad?
Oh, can you?
Hey, look at that.
I'm looking now. There we go. There's the co-op ad. Oh yeah, it's got a bunch of fruit and eggs and shit with googly eyes on them.
I got an ad for
Christmas trees outside.
I got an ad for Spectrum.
It's just such a strange ad because it's completely useless to me. Like, not just because it's like in the wrong location. Okay, fine, that happens. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But I just, I go to the grocery store that is closest to me, and that happens to be a co-op either way.
It's where you buy all your Warhammer figures.
Yeah, the fucking co-op.
It could be a cooperative game.
The cooperative is a grocery store chain. There are
I know.
several of them.
I know. I watched the King of the Hill episode about him.
There we go. Very educational.
Yeah,
You're so lucky to have King of the Hill to educate you on the things that the American schooling system is just fucking unable to do.
I learned the Pledge of Allegiance, and mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's
That's the worst thing too. Is like that's how borked the American education system is. Is if you say mitochondria to any American, 9 times out of 10 somebody will say the powerhouse of the cell. I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were mad about America, right? I don't remember where the hell they were from. And I was like, yeah, I'll be honest, I've talked to some people from like where you're from too, and they're pretty fucking dumb. I was like, dumb people are all over the place. Like, the only thing is Americans just happen to be loud. And I'm from Texas, so it's even worse. Like, the most ridiculous things you could think of when it comes to America. Go to Texas and it's like what's the word? Not condensed. Concentrated. Like it's like all the Americans are like, crazy gun nuts. Yes. And then the average Texan has an armory.
I wish I had an armory.
Like that's oh my God. Okay. So I've talked about it before on stream, but like God, it pisses me off so much. People that move to Texas, and I don't mind people moving to Texas. The more the merrier. I don't mind people moving all over the fucking world, right? Do whatever you want to do. But when people move to Texas and then they have to like, for lack of a better word, like try to act Texan, it drives me up the fucking wall. Right? So it'll be like some dude that's from, wherever the fuck, right? Clearly some city boy, right? Moves out
Some
here.
dirty Californian scum.
Actually, most of the California people that I've met that have moved to Texas have been really, really good people. I've had a handful of just like real shitters, but like I had a neighbor that moved here from California, and he was like, well, I thought Texas, people from Texas were gonna be strong and independent and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, yeah, if you wanted that, you should have moved to Dallas. I was like, you moved to San Antonio. There's nothing here but depression and Mexicans. I was like, if you wanted John Wayne's Texas, you should have paid attention to what you were doing. But but yeah, like there's people that'll move here, right? And the first thing they do is they buy an F-250 because the F-150 is for pussies, but the F-350 costs too much money, and that's too much truck, and they're scared of it. They get it lifted, or they get like a dually kit to like add the fat back extra tires onto it. Um, like that's like I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase or the idiom, all hat and no cattle. Like
I've not heard it specifically, but it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
yeah, basically somebody who's just pretending to be like blue collar, like I do things for a living. It's like your truck is spotless. You do not use that for work. It's just a fashion statement.
Yeah.
Or like that dude. Do you know Wings of Redemption, the like YouTuber? You ever heard of him?
Sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah.
Fat dude eats a lot of Wendy's chili. Um,
Oh yeah.
that dude. So he bought like a truck, right? Uh, I think he bought like an F-250 or like an F-350 actually. Um, had it for like 6 months. Bought modified, like got it like modified and everything. Got it souped up. Did all kinds of shit with it. Sold it at a loss, and then bought like some Chevy, whatever the fuck, like a Chevy like 3500, basically the same truck but Chevy instead of Ford, and like bought that and just blew money on it. It's like, dude, why the fuck would you do that? Just keep the truck that you already have. But it's like it was like a status thing, you know, because the truck that he had was like 5 years old, and that's too old at that point. Um, yeah, I don't know, silly shit. Like mine's a '98, and I have a fucking blast driving it. But but yeah, um, yeah, people that like either come here and they act like they're, the most Texan person ever, and then like look at me like I'm out of line because I don't do all that crap. It's like, no, man, I actually lived on a farm. I actually raised animals. Like, you know, I've done the shit that you want to look like you do. Um, like, even when I went to a different school, that was still in the same city, right? But I had lived on the south side, and then I moved like to the north side of town, and like people would ask me where I went to school, and I would tell them, and they go, "Really? But you're you're smart." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks, asshole." Um, but from their perspective, the only people that were at the school that I went to was hoodlums and hillbillies, no in between, and nothing else. I was like, "No, there's some pretty smart people there." Um, but yeah, it was funny. Uh, but yeah, that always bugged me. And honestly, it goes both ways. Like if like I've seen people that have moved from Texas to another place and they think that they're assimilating when really they're just like kind of being like a culture vulture, you know? It's like watching an alien wearing a freaking skin suit. It's like Ted Cruz for human president. Um, that guy does look like he's wearing a person though. Oh, but yeah, like that has always bugged me. Did I ever tell you about that guy I worked with? I called him Tim the Gay Dominican.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
I called him that, and somebody got mad at me. Not Tim. He thought it was great. Um, somebody got mad at me for saying that, and then like he pulled up, and on the back of his car was a Dominican flag and a gay pride flag, and I was like, see, Tim the gay Dominican. Dude was awesome. Uh, gonna play there was a game that I saw the Funhouse guys play. Um, yeah, there it is. Strangers in a Strange Land. Uh, that game is the weirdest shit. It's like a point and click adventure game or whatever, but you just like 18-year-old college student Billy goes with his step family, his brother, and his fiance to a farm that his stepdad recently bought in an auction. And like the house is like haunted or something, and your brother's wife tries to bang you, or like his girlfriend or whatever. I don't remember what she is to him. Oh yeah, his fiance. I just fucking said that. And then your character's mom is like, we gotta bang. It's gotta happen. And I want to say it was developed by like some Russian dudes. So like everything that they say is just like it's kind of English.
Yeah.
Um, one of the reviews is like a poorly mixed bag of Skittles. This one is mostly sours. Yeah. Erotic horror point and clicking. There are a few nice things in this game, many annoying things. Uh, the interface is cumbersome and switching actions has Billy moving around for no reason. People just going nuts about this game is hilarious. I'm almost level 69 fire making. Bing bong. I mean, I haven't gotten any emails from Twitch saying like, you know, I'm gonna get yelled at for anything. The closest I got was um, I gotta read some. Huh. The closest I got was I had to mute like I want to say it was like 3 minutes of one of the streams on YouTube because my brother was just like going through stuff on Fortnite and it picked up the like the copyrighted music and it was just like
No.
um uh so I just had to like mute like 3 minutes of the video. But it's fine now. Oh my God, yeah. Google is completely useless because of AI. Have you seen this shit? You've seen like the Google like AI assistance like search thing, right?
Maybe Gemini. Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah. Gemini is the Google one. I'm pretty sure.
Was he in that? Oh, Pacino was in that. Um, Yeah, no, I didn't think he was in that. I knew he was in Godfather, but yeah, no. Again, I don't expect you to like remember the movie, but the movie Heat, with Robert De Niro and Pacino and a couple other guys that usually play wise guys in movies. They're like bank robbers and everything. So somebody had searched, is Marlon Brando in Heat, right? And the Google AI overview thing said, no, Marlon Brando is not in Heat. Marlon Brando was a highly respected and influential actor who passed away in 2004 from respiratory failure and other heart health conditions. The term in heat typically refers to a reproductive cycle of a female animal, as not applicable to a deceased person. Uh, Somebody put, is Dylan Brady trans? And it said, no, not all Dylan Bradys are transgender. How many Dylan Bradys are there? The Entlings. Wee bastard. I guess I could just right click it. Damn it. Ah! Great little jerk. Hey, I got 4 of the Entlings. Cool. Yeah, Gemini is the AI thing. You were right.
Yeah.
Somebody saw that, it said that, and then they just said, took a gallon of water to make that. Oh my god, yeah. PragerU tweeted out, men should not wear women's clothing, and then you've heard of a Shoe on Head, right?
Yeah.
She's a YouTuber. She was like, you guys have tweeted this so many times, and every time you get ratioed by photos of femboys, you absolutely know what you're doing. And PragerU responded with a cigarette, because the slang term for cigarette. Um, but uh, somebody said that the response was just like they were just taking a fat drag from the cigarette. Like, yeah, we know what we're doing.
Uh,
uh, I love the YouTube poop thing with Dennis Prager, but they changed it so he just says, "Hi, I'm Penis Prager." My spine hurt. We out here chopping trees. Probably gonna wrap up in a minute though. My head hurt. My back hurt.
Understandable.
Been streaming for I don't know how long.
I need a better chair. Mine's crumbling apart.
Did how long was the first stream of the night? I don't remember. How long was that damn thing?
Too long.
That was 4 hours, and this one's at 3 hours and some odd minutes.
Dear
Yeah,
God.
which is normal. Like a lot of the streams have been like 7 hours long, so that's about how long I usually go for. But I like had taken Matt to work and then just went and took a nap real quick, and then came back. So I usually do. Hey, I could run another ad.
Oh no.
I don't
Which
know.
one will it be this time?
Let's find out. I'm running it. I hope I don't get yelled at by Twitch for running them all the time. Let's see. Does it move my stream to the corner? Oh no, it doesn't. Hey, you just straight up can't
No.
see anything.
Yeah.
I got the Fantastic Four ad.
I got the co-op ad again.
Oh no, I got a Disney Plus and Hulu. I don't need an ad for that. Like, I already pay for it.
They don't know that.
That's true. It is a like I do have it pulled up in incognito so I could just see what it gives me. But see, I don't know if it's like, oh, you're not logged in, so uh like you don't count as a real viewer. I have no idea. It would be hilarious if me playing the ad on my own freaking thing. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. That's a you know like that's you, so you don't get paid for that. It's like I watched the ad though. What's your opinion on possums?
Strange little gremlins.
What about a 4 meter tall possum girl?
How does that even fucking work? 4 meters?
What the hell is
That's
that?
like
What is it in freedom units?
4 meters is, I don't know, like 10, 12 feet or
It's
some shit.
13 feet. That's
Yeah.
a big woman.
Yeah, that's not feasible. Just no, stop.
Coward.
Damn furries. It's biologically incompatible. Okay, just stop.
Where there's a
There's
will,
going to
there's a
be
way.
like the poor girl is gonna fucking die at 25 from some kind of organ pressure issue.
Bunnies. This track's called Twilight. Oh, my ankle!
What did you do?
I just bent funny and it cracked. God, I wish I could read, almost said Chinese, Japanese. freaking, uh, it's not a huge thing because I know it's not really something to be in your world, but GTA 5, or I guess GTA Online has a DLC coming out, or update, and Ned Luke is coming back to play Michael again. He was in GTA 5, and he didn't do anything in GTA Online, whereas Stephen Ogg had recorded stuff for the Heists update years ago, um, which was a huge update. Um, and then Solo came back for I think it's the contract, and now they have Ned Luke. So everyone's really excited because um, Ned Luke wasn't much of like a gamer or anything, but he went back and played GTA 5. He got swatted. That was something. Um, and he's the one that he played Michael, and like there's that one scene where like he's trying to get Franklin to just like get away from like the dangerous aspect of like the crime that he does, because he's like, Michael's like a bank robber and Franklin's just like the guy that holds people up on the street. He's just like a mugger. And like Franklin's like, no, fuck that. Like, you're my homie. I'm gonna, stick it out. I'm here for you. And he's like, you're a good kid, Franklin. But he took a picture because he had got COVID and he lost like a bunch of weight. So he took a picture of himself shirtless to be like, look at all the weight I lost, right? Um, and so they don't even send it to Solo. They send it to Ned Luke of himself shirtless, which is, you're a good kid, Franklin. Like he's sending like lewd pictures of himself shirtless. He's like, I'm so fucking tired of seeing that picture. And they're like, Ned, it's you. And he goes, I know. He's like, I should have never taken it. I'll try to find it. I'll send it to you. I'll send you some shirtless old guys. They recreated it with Michael in the game. It's awesome. God, why did he take the picture? Why is he making that face? Ah, it's Flipper. Little Flipper. Look, it's a troll. You poke 10 flashing. Wait. Wait, hang on. Pinball wizard. Yeah. Get a load of this shit. Is it playing?
I don't know. I closed the stream actually.
I'm so hurt. There it goes. Hell yeah. Alright, let me turn it back down. So this, you used to not be able to control your camera. It would like just yank your camera in different directions. Oops. Bro! How did I manage that one? It was to stop bots. Like all the random event things are just to stop bots from um like doing stuff. Because it used to be like if you didn't interact with the random event thing, it would attack you. Like one of them was a drunken dwarf, and if you talked to him, he'd give you a beer and a kebab. But if you didn't talk to him, he'd start attacking you with his beer glass. And then another one was a what's his name? Rick Turpentine, and he has a crossbow, And if you talk to him, he's like, "Oh, I used to be a thief, but I'm trying to change my ways." Um, and uh, if you talk to him, he gives you like gold or a gem or whatever. Um, but then if you don't talk to him, he starts shooting you with his crossbow. There we go. I got 5 rubies. Anyway, um, but yeah. Oh yeah, trolls in RuneScape are named after the first thing they try to eat. So, one of the trolls, he's the chieftain of like the frost trolls in Trollweiss. Um, and his name is Mama. Or I think it's just Mom, because he tried to eat his mother. And then one of the trolls that's your friend, uh, um, his name is My Arm, because his dad like had him, and he's just tried to eat his dad's arm, and he's just like, that's his name. There's another one named Burnt Meat. And then there's also the ogres. They live up here in uh, Gutanath, or I think it's Gutanath. But then in Jigig, there's Zogres, zombie ogres, and Skogres, skeleton ogres. And then over here at Mudskipper Point, there's a guy that's yelling about how he saw something in the water, like a sea monster, and it's a Mogre, a Mudskipper ogre. And then there's Jogers, jungle ogres. Is it stupid yet?
It was always stupid, Joe. From the very get-go.
I miss the old design of the ogres. So yeah, there's Mogres. They hunt fish and crabs and mudskippers. Um,
Time to close some processes. I need to kill the AI brains for a bit.
you gotta stop torturing them.
Yes. I downloaded all the Gooner cards and I tried to just subvert them. A lot of them are pretty bad. Because obviously people will just upload crap to the internet. It's kind of interesting to see how it works and how it doesn't work, how it breaks down when something goes wrong. See if there's actually anything new.
Had a big yawn snuck up on me. Still cracks me up. The thing with I forget what game it was that Tranquil and I were playing. It wasn't a Gooner game. It was something else, but like I have an uncanny. Oh, it was a World of Horror.
Yeah.
That game creeped me the hell out. That game unnerved me. But I was shockingly good at like figuring out like mechanics and stuff. It's uncanny. can't remember if I asked you about it. Did you ever play Medieval on like the PlayStation 1?
Yeah, we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Well, more precisely, a guy I knew had it. I played briefly with him.
Nice.
There may have been a demo, but I think there was a problem with it. I don't know.
Yeah, there was I used to play, we had the actual game, but I would only play up to like where the demo ended anyway, because I sucked at the game. Um, and I wouldn't actually get that far. Uh, but one time my brother missed the bus to school, so he just didn't go to school that day. And like I came home and he was like, "Yeah, I took a nap," and he's like, "I just started playing Medieval." I look over and he's like 80% of the way through the game, and I just go, "You autistic motherfucker." He was like, "What?" And I was like, "You can't tell me like I just started playing and you're all the way through the game basically." Hmm. What track is this? Oh, it's still dead quiet. I don't think I got did I get Norse code ever? Let's see. I don't know my ABCs apparently. Oh, I did. Yeah. So, there's a track in this called Norse code and it has like a little flute or it's all MIDI, you know. But if you listen to like the sound of the little like flute that's playing, it's Morse code and it spells out RuneScape.
There you go.
It's awesome, right?
It's very wacky.
Yeah. So, um, dit da dit dit da dit 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 da dit dit. Spells out RuneScape.
And why not?
And it plays in a Yatiso. Oh, I got an ad. I got what the hell is this? It's a Spectrum ad with Meow Mix, and it's got the Meow remix. You know, the only like remix I feel like listening to is the freaking Home Depot theme song. And I know Spectrum doesn't have that. First of all, Spectrum's like a freaking like cable provider. Why do like they have that pulled up like it's like their Spotify? I didn't get an $8 million Spotify deal to move to Austin. Ow.
Hell, I would move to Austin for $8,001,001.
Austin's not terrible. The traffic is not great. White Collar is a show, and apparently in the episode Point Blank they reference specifically Norse Code, the track from RuneScape. Oh, did I ever tell you about the Falador massacre? The guy that
No.
so when they added construction, you could go into somebody's house and you could build like a boxing ring in your house, and so you could do basically PvP. and when you normally die in PvP, instead it just teleports you out of the boxing ring.
Mhm.
But a guy got kicked out while he was in the boxing ring, kicked out of somebody else's house. Um, and it didn't turn off the PvP for him, so he could just walk around in the regular game and just start whooping ass and just beating on people, and they couldn't fight back. Um, so he hit,
Nice.
yeah, so he hit somebody, and he's like, "Oh shit, like I can hit people." So he immediately ran to his bank, got like his combat gear out, and just started chasing people down with a freaking abyssal whip, which is like the spine of an abyssal demon, and just fucking whipping people and hitting them for like all of their health in like 3 hits and killing them and taking their stuff. And then because nobody could attack him, he was walking around in a party hat, which at the time was worth like a couple mil, and nobody could hurt him, so nobody could get it off of him. So he's wearing like combat gear to like boost his stats, and then he's wearing that to show off that you can't kill him. Um, and the craziest thing is in the video, like the one that everybody knows of this guy, I think it was Duriel321 was his username. Um, you could see him run by the guy recording to go to the bank and get all his gear out, and then he pops back up and he's like running out to kill people. Um, and in the video they use the song God, I can't remember, it's by yeah, Planet Hell by Nightwish, because in the video where that was just titled like the Falador Massacre, they played that track, Planet Hell. So they did an event that was the World 666 event, because that was when because on June 6th of 2006 was when the Falador Massacre took place. Not only that, but the Falador Massacre is officially canon in RuneScape. Like there's a plaque in Falador Park that says that like, you know, on this day at this point in, you know, in universe time, I think it was in the fourth age, maybe fifth age. Um, like, you know, several, you know, X amount of people lost their lives because of a murderer um, that ran throughout Falador and killed everybody. Uh, but during the World 666 event, um, there was a you could fight other players, or Duriel321 would pop up as like a ghost, because he got banned for doing that. But he popped up as like a ghost, and he would attack people, and he would do a fuck ton of damage. And so you'd need like 3 or 4 people to all like gang up on him to bring him down. Uh, That was really cool too, because did I ever tell you about the Barrows brothers? So it's
No.
six guys that are all whites. They're undead. Um, and when you piss them off, like you could go down into their barrows, and their ghostly face pops up on your screen to like taunt you, and they use that to have Duriel taunt you as well, but he just laughs at you. Um, because there's 6 of them. There's God, what are their names? Aram the Blighted, Darok the Wretched, Guthan the Infested, Carol the Tainted, Torag the Corrupted, and Varak the Defiled. And if memory serves, like basically, because like the way that combat works in RuneScape, there's you know, there's obviously like melee, ranged, and magic. You know, the classic rock paper scissors. But then in melee, there's stab, slash, and crush, and then there's like defense. Um, so like each of the brothers is leaning towards, you know, one of those. So like Aram is a mage, and Carol is an archer, and then Darok has an axe, so he's the slash guy. Guthan has a spear, so he's the stab guy. Varak has a flail, so he's the crush guy, and then Torag has 2 hammers, so he can defend himself. Kind of interesting, right? And then they added a couple more in RuneScape 3. There's a monk, so he's like the prayer guy, because that's also a thing. And then I forget what Linza is supposed to be, but she's also in it. Um, oh, it's the dwarf theme. Oh no, I stand corrected. Uh, Varak, even though he has a flail, he's stab guy, and then Guthin, even though he has a spear, is crush guy. That's weird. I did not know that. Yeah, so there's those guys, and then oh, you might find the art of them kind of cool. Check this out. Here, I'll send it to you. They look pretty dope. I gotta minimize all this shit, get it out of the way so I can get to Discord.
Out of the way.
That's official artwork of the boys.
Oh no, it's Warhammer.
It's not Warhammer.
That's a Warhammer, if I ever saw one.
What track is this? Oh, Too Many Cooks. Oh yeah, that plays in Sidious. Wait, where's Aztec? It's gonna be in the A's, obviously. There it is. So there's that track that I'm playing right now in RuneScape called Aztec, and it plays in the agility arena. My brother was watching some video, and he used to do like the agility stuff, and he was in the agility arena doing that because they didn't have like the rooftop agility thing or anything. Um, but like uh, he was watching some video where they uh, like this guy was just talking about something, and he was like, "I'm watching this. Why am I so amped up? Like, why do I have like this weird like fight or flight reaction to just watching this video?" And it was because the guy, it was fairly quiet, but his like that little like lizard part of his brain picked up on it. The guy had Aztec playing in the background while he was talking about something that didn't even have anything to do with RuneScape. So he was like, "Why do I feel like I gotta run and get the freaking agility arena ticket?" And that's why. Um, oh, but yeah, Barrows Brothers. I always thought were a really cool idea.
I think I'm gonna go shower and such, so I can pretend to be functional and go outside and fight people.
Don't forget your twin warhammers.
Yeah.
Or your flail, or your great axe, or your repeating crossbow.
I have a wireless keyboard. That'll be sufficient.
Just gonna clobber somebody with your keyboard. Yeah, I was about to end the stream anyway. Thank you for joining, by the way.
Yes, I've given you many cents in ad revenue.
I have no idea how much it's been. I will check though.
You are enriched.
I
I have been exposed to co-op ads repeatedly.
And RuneScape.
Unfortunately.
Hey, It's neat.
It could have been worse.
The lore's
It
okay.
could have been much worse.
Hey, at least the lore
I'm
in
not
this
gonna.
isn't just like it's Warhammer, but not really.
Well, yeah, it's like its own thing. It's a bit awkward and weird, but
Yeah,
fine. I would not play it, but I'm still curious about, just getting stuff to work
yeah.
in Linux.
You could
So anything that is worth trying
you could try to see if
to
this
see
will
if
work
there's.
on your version of Linux. I know it works on my brother's, so I don't know what he runs. So
It's Linux Mint, so it's fairly easy to use. Fairly easy to set up. It's very easy to use until it's not,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. That was my experience with Linux. And again, I have no idea what version of it was, but it was like, oh, this is really simple. Then it wasn't. I was like, all right, I fucking hate it.
Yep. No, well, that's probably an excessive response. I'm usually just like, huh, I don't understand this. I'll keep using it anyway.
Yeah. And then like
Um,
I got over the I fucking hate it thing pretty quick, but I was just like, this is pissing me off because it's like I just wanted to do XYZ and it's just not. Um, which to be fair was the same
yeah.
reaction that Matt had with playing stuff on his computer versus playing something on a console. Because he was like, I want to play modded Minecraft. And I was like, okay, well, get ready to not fucking play modded Minecraft for like 5 hours while you try to troubleshoot why the hell your mods aren't loading right. Um, oh, this is one of my favorite
Very good.
tracks. It's just titled Fishing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here though, because I am quite exhausted. Good night,
Quite
everybody.